Shopping for insurance starts out simple enough. Once you begin, though, you quickly see there are a lot of options. Lots and lots of options. Then there are those distractions. You begin to question whether it's even worth your time. Did we mention those distractions? But what if there was one place that took all the stress out by doing the shopping for you? Too good to be true? Well, it's not. And we are waiting to help you just like we have been for over the past 90 years. We shop to save you time and money so you can get back to those important things in life. Cleveland Insurance. Live life protected.
Make this the summer event going on now at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers with huge discounts. Take advantage of model year closeout savings all month long on a new Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. $20,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Jenny, I just don't know what we're gonna do. Hannah really wants to go to Wesleyan, but I don't think we can afford it.
You know, that may not actually be true. Emma qualified for the TWU pledge at Tennessee Wesleyan. She's gonna be a Bulldog, tuition free.
But how's that even possible?
It's a program that offsets the cost of education for local families.
That sounds like a great option for us.
You just need to go to tnwesleyan.edu and check it out.
Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
This is the Cleveland Ford pregame show on MixTV.tv. Shop Cleveland Ford online at clevelandford.com. Cleveland Ford, honest people, honest deals.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an absolutely picture-perfect day here at Larry Henry Stadium on the campus of East Hamilton for tonight's Mix 104.1 rivalry game between East Hamilton and Ooltewah. We're getting the presentation of the colors here, so we're going to take this right here. But it should be a beautiful night for Friday night football between these two rival schools here in Hamilton County.
Oh, absolutely, and like I said, this is just a tremendous setting out here, and it's going to be really, really nice next year.
Yeah, they're going to do some renovations to it as they present the colors here. And that was the East Hamilton Band with a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Jim, it's going to be a great game here tonight, a rivalry game between these two schools. This is the Cleveland Ford pregame show powered by Cleveland Ford. Who are some people we need to watch out for, Jim? Because East Hamilton is coming off their first loss of the year. They're 6-1, lost on a last-second field goal at Walker Valley last week, so they're looking for a little redemption this week.
Absolutely. The key to this game, and the best player on this field, is Jaden Haywood. That kid is a tremendous athlete, great speed, very powerful. Usually takes more than one guy to get him down on the ground, but he is the key by far for Ooltewah. Now, they've got other players as well. Heatherton is pretty darn good as well. But, I mean, honestly, everything goes through Haywood. Everything goes through Haywood.
This is a senior-laden offensive team, Jim. As you mentioned, Wyatt Miller, the quarterback, is a senior. Jaden Haywood, you referenced him. Keep an eye on him, number 11. He's a senior. The tight end, Wes Weldon's a senior. You mentioned Heathington is a senior. So this is a veteran team here for East Hamilton under the direction of their head coach, Aaron Nance.
And Wyatt Miller has a really strong arm. The one thing about him is that it's almost like he believes in his arm so much that he'll try to fit it into a tight window. And I get it, because he has a lot of confidence in himself. Last week, Walker Valley, had a couple turnovers, really hurt him. But this is a really good football team at East Hamilton. I wouldn't be surprised to see this team go deep into the postseason.
Absolutely. And now we mention, of course, Ooltewah. Ooltewah traveling well today, Jim. We're actually right in the middle of the Ooltewah fan section here on this side of the 50. It's a rebuilding year for Ooltewah, no doubt about it, but they believe the future is bright under their head coach, Matt Moody.
Yeah, Matt Moody, listen, it's very similar to what's going on at Cleveland High School.
Yeah.
A lot of players transferred away, went to other schools, key guys. You know that Coach Moody, a lot of kids want to play for this guy, so they're going to rebuild. They're going to get some guys in starting next year, but it's a tough pill to swallow when you're sitting there 0-7. But man, the fan support's still here. You see they're fired up for this game. This is rivalry.
Yeah.
And in rivalries, sometimes we know a little bit more than other people that rivalries, sometimes the best team doesn't always win.
That's right.
And all it takes is a couple things to get the momentum, and you get feeling pretty confident, and then good things can happen. So that is the key, though, to just get out to a quick start. Don't let East Hamilton jump on you, 21-0 after one quarter.
Yeah, I think the key for Ooltewah, right? You throw the records out when we're talking about rivalry games, folks, and you mentioned it, Jim. The key for Ooltewah, control the ball, keep that East Hamilton high-powered offense off the field. Don't turn the ball over, and if you can manage the clock, shorten the game, anything can happen.
And like I said, if they can maybe get a couple turnovers, that would be really good for them. But they cannot afford to turn the ball over to East Hamilton because this offense is so good. They can go 80 yards easily, but you give them a short field, I mean, you're putting fuel on the fire if you do that, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. We've got East Hamilton coming on the field right now as they're getting set for their introductions. I love the uniform colors, Jim. We got the all black with the green numerals and the green logo on the helmet. That's a pretty good look.
It's a great look until you try to see the numbers.
That's true.
Okay, last week we had a difficult time. From time to time, we had a difficult time trying to. Is that number 11 or is that 16? You're like, what? I prefer if the numbers were white. It would be a little easier. I'm just kidding. Now, listen, your eyes are a lot younger than mine.
We'll see.
Maybe you'll have a better opportunity.
They'll be put to the test today for sure. It is, as we mentioned, a picture-perfect night for Friday Night Football. It's the Mixed TV Rivalry Game of the Week. We're here at East Hamilton as the Hurricanes get set to take on the Owls. Jim, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for kickoff here tonight from Larry Henry Stadium. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Download the all-new Mix 104.1 app online at mymix1041.com.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
The UPS Store is your back-to-school shipping store. We're the desktop delivered store, the Send Cozy to Campus store, and the Ship Your Dorm decoration store. This year, the sky's the limit. When you ship UPS Air at the UPS Store, your items arrive on time or your money back. Guaranteed at no extra cost, exclusively at the UPS Store U.S. retail locations. Because when it arrives matters just as much as what's inside. Visit the upsstore.com/packing to get a 20% off packing coupon today.
Visit your local UPS store at the corner of Keith and Stewart Road next to Five Guys.
Mix 1041 and Honda of Cleveland are teaming up to give one deserving teacher in our local area the chance to win a 2025 Honda Civic LX. Nominate your favorite teacher at mymix1041.com or on the Mix 1041 app.
Every job has a schedule, and we're built to keep up. At Wholesale Supply, we power the pros who build, wire, plumb, heat, and light the Southeast. With the top brands in stock, expert support, and 30-plus locations, we keep your job moving and your customers happy. Family-owned, service-driven, built for builders, contractors, and our communities. Wholesale Supply. Built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
And here come the Hurricanes out of the tunnel, much to the delight of the East Hamilton faithful here. This is our Mixed TV Rivalry Game. And this is the Cleveland Ford pregame show. I'm Carmen Lastoria, joined by Jim Gum, and it should be a great night for Friday night football. It's a 6-1 East Hamilton team, Jim, that you're high on. You saw them play last week.
Yeah, this is a very, very potent offense. Pretty stout on defense as well. Made a few too many mistakes last week. Listen, they got outscored 18-0 in the fourth quarter last week, and they lost the game 40-37 on a walk-off field goal. But they dominated that game for about 3/4 of that game. They had complete control, and they just let it get away from them.
And if you're Ooltewah, you're thinking, okay, we're facing East Hamilton in a rivalry game, coming off a tough loss where they gave up 18 points.
Yeah, they're not going to be in a good mood.
No, I do not think so. This is an Ooltewah team, though. They are rebuilding. They're under the direction of Matt Moody. He's had success everywhere he's been. Many of you in the Bradley County area will remember him through his time with the Bears, and then moved to McMinn Central, had success there before coming back to Ooltewah. This is a proud program, Jim, and they're looking to regain a little bit of that legacy and history that this Ooltewah Owls program has.
Absolutely. Listen, he turned around a McMinn Central program that was really down in the dumps, too. So, and we all know that McMinn Central is a hard place to win. He was able to get things going there. He'll get it going. There's no question in my mind. Ooltewah, there's too many good things going on around, and they want to win, and they're committed to winning. So just give him a year or two. He'll get things. The Owls won't be a pushover next year.
Right.
I'll promise you that.
Absolutely. It looks like we've got the captains there at midfield. That's number 3, Gabe Williams. Also see there number 10, Jakeith Jeter, and number 11, Griffin Patterson. And then the big man there is Antoine Humphrey. He stands at 6'3", 320 there, Jim. And
he is a large man right there.
That's right. He is an anchor on both the offensive and defensive lines. Those are the Ooltewah captains as they get ready to go to midfield for the coin toss. The rest of the Owls are getting ready to come on out.
Yep.
In their red pants with the white tops and the silver helmets.
They got a good-looking uniform.
It does.
They really do.
We got two good uniforms here, Jim, if you ask me.
Really excited about this game. And like I said, this is a fired-up Ooltewah team running out on the field right now. So, listen, rivalries, we talked about it earlier. If they can just not get behind early, I think there will be a competitive game for the most part.
Yep. And for the East Hamilton Hurricanes, that looks like Jermaine Heathington is out there. Keep an eye on him. Also, it looks like one of their captains is number 22, Dylan Nichols. And I'm a little shielded here for a couple of their other ones. I believe that might be number 56, Cameron Moore, also out there as a captain for this East Hamilton team.
Yeah. And I said, if I'm Ooltewah and I win this toss, I don't defer. I want the ball.
You want the ball?
I want the ball. Yeah, I know the big thing these days is to defer, but I would prefer to have the ball if I'm Ooltewah.
And so we've got the coin toss here. It looks like East Hamilton is going to get the ball first. And they'll be going right to left on your screen as the captains shake hands there.
Yeah,
we're just about set to get this rivalry game going. Also, another team captain there for East Hamilton is number 10, Walid Adim. So here we go. Last second, 1 minute to go, Jim. What's the message here in the huddle?
Well, right now, you just if you're Ooltewah, saying, guys, do your job. Do what we've coached you to do all week long. Don't try to be a hero. Do what you're coached, and good things will happen.
And for East Hamilton, it's been about bouncing back after a tough loss all week long, right?
It is, and if you're East Hamilton, you're like, guys, we got an advantage athletic-wise. Just don't do anything crazy. Just do what you're capable of doing. And if they do that, and if everyone plays their A game, East Hamilton will probably come out on top.
Out to receive the kick is going to be number 1, Jermaine Heathington, and number 11, Jaden Haywood, back deep for East Hamilton. And kicking it off will be Tiana Vaslou for Ooltewah. So Vaslou will kick it off, and we are set to get underway. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Football Friday night on Mix TV. Ooltewah ready, and here's the opening kickoff from Vaslou. It's a low liner, going to skip on the ground, and that's going to be picked up by Haywood. That's Haywood going to break out to the right. Haywood's got some speed, and he's going to get the corner all the way out to the 40. Up the field, knocked out finally, near midfield. Great return there, Jim.
Did you see that cut? I mean, it looked like he was going out of bounds at the 40, and he made a cut so severe, and he got another 5-6 yards out of it.
Yeah, you saw the speed right there, but to your point, Jim, the vision to be able to cut outside and then get to the corner. So great opening field position here for East Hamilton. They'll start at their 49.
Yeah, so that great return right there, good blocking. So that was a fantastic return right there by Haywood.
Wyatt Miller will lead them out. The senior veteran quarterback, he'll be in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. In the backfield is Haywood, number 11. Split to his right. They're going to give it to Haywood. Now a reverse, and they reverse it back.
Oh, it's a
pass, and it's read beautifully by Ooltewah. So a little trickery right out of the gate as that pass was thrown by Heathington, who took it on the reverse.
Yeah, that was an interesting call to start the game, but you know what? They're opening up their playbook right off the bat. Yeah, that was interesting.
Well, it looks like we had a penalty there, actually. No, they're going to move the ball back up. Okay, I was going to say
they
the ball
just spotted it wrong.
Should be spotted at the 49, but credit Ooltewah for being disciplined right out of the gate there to read that play.
And yeah, he was under some duress. That's why he couldn't plant his feet to throw the football. He had to throw it on the run, which obviously not as accurate.
2nd and 10 now from the 49 for East Hamilton. In the shotgun is Miller. Miller rolling out to his left. Looking, he's got time, he's going to fire it deep. He's got a man downfield, and that's caught by Heathington, and he's going to take it in for 6.
Explosive. That's all you can say, explosive. That was a tough throw by the quarterback right there, rolling out to your left, but he planted his feet, squared his shoulders, made a very accurate throw.
And just like that, before you could sit down and eat your popcorn, Wyatt Miller finds Jermaine Heathington, and East Hamilton leads it 6-0 with the point after coming up.
They got the swinging gate there, and if they see the defense not make adjustments, they'll go for 2, but they did make the adjustments, so they're going to line up in a traditional extra point right here.
And that'll be Kellen Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson is the kicker, number 32 for East Hamilton. He's a junior. Here's the snap. Set, kick is up, and it's a low liner that misses to the left.
It's like a replay from last week. They scored early, missed the extra point. They were up 6-0. But, man, what a two-play drive.
Two-play drive.
Not too shabby.
You had the wide receiver throw the pass, and then they decided Heathington's a little better when he catches the ball, right?
Yeah, that was a good play all the way around. That was a good throw by the quarterback, but a great read by the quarterback. Accurate. Ball was on his hands. He made the catch, and then he turned on the afterburners, and he made it into the end zone.
And that's one thing if you're Ooltewah here. If you're going to stay in this game, you've got to limit those explosive plays. And now it becomes even more essential, Jim, for a sustained drive. You've at least got to get a couple of first downs here and flip the field, if nothing else, on this first offensive possession.
Yeah, that was one of the worst-case scenarios you could have asked for if you're Ooltewah. First off, the kickoff return to the 49. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So you're down 6-0 before you can blink.
So now kicking it off will be Cuthbertson. And back deep to receive is number 13, Keenan Asay for Ooltewah. And it's actually going to be the up man there. That's Jay Horn. Gets it at about his 10. Now he's going to reverse field, looking for a block. And he's pinned in there right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he kind of dropped that ball right off the bat. That didn't help things, but he recovered, got it out to the 20.
So here comes the Ooltewah offense for the first time tonight. They're trailing 6-0. And they will be let out here. And out of the shotgun will be Rylan Hinton, number 15.
So he's an athlete.
Hinton, the quarterback, he's going to give it there to number 11, Patterson. Patterson's got some running room. Blocks downfield. Patterson across the 50, still motoring down to the 40, and that's exactly what Ooltewah needed.
They did, and listen, they're in a tempo. Their tempo is very fast. Great blocking downfield by Ooltewah right there. Very, very good blocking.
Well, excellent blocking by the wide receiver here on the near side. And then Griffin Patterson dragged a defender for another 10 yards,
At least
Jim.
10, yeah, absolutely. That was very impressive.
So here we go, an explosive play for Ooltewah out of the gate as Rylan Hinton looks to the sidelines to get his play call in. So 1st and 10, ball at the 39. Ooltewah looking to answer early here, and the ball's on the ground. Hinton's going to fall on it.
He got it.
But he's going to lose some yardage there as he's going to drop back to the 48-yard line. That's about a 9-yard loss.
Yeah, that's tough, man. And it was a good pitch. He just dropped it. Tried to take off with it before he had the ball secured.
Well, and it's those type of plays that really short-circuit drives when you get yourself now back in a 2nd and 17 from the 46.
Yeah, you don't want that, long yardage situation if you can help. But you know what? They've got the athletes. They can break something here, but put them a little bit behind the 8 ball.
Patterson is wide here to the near side. Split by the quarterback is Jeter. Hand off to Jeter. He's got some running room. Jeter breaks a move. Jeter to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Spins down at the 32. A great run by Jakeith Jeter, the junior. And that's going to get him in a manageable 3rd down here, Jim. 3rd and 4. Once again, very well blocked up front.
A huge hole he ran through. He wasn't touched until he was 5 yards through. So very good. I don't think East Hamilton thought they were going to run that ball up the middle like that.
So here we go, 3rd and 4. Ball on the 33 after that gain of just about 12 yards there by Jeter on his first run of the evening.
I would suspect this is probably 4-down territory.
I would think where they're at on the field, absolutely. As Rylan Hinton gets the snap, he's going to give it to Jeter. Jeter's got some running room. Jeter breaks a tackle. Jeter's still on his feet, and he's got a 1st down.
With a little attitude right there.
And then had a little how you doing to the defender to add on to it.
I don't know about you, but this doesn't look like an 0-7 team to me.
No, they're playing with a lot of energy.
Yes, they are, for sure.
And like we talked about, that's what happens in these rivalry games.
That's right.
An impressive drive here to answer a quick 2-play strike to start the game off for East Hamilton. So here's Hinton with Jeter, flanked to his right. Now they'll look to the sideline. East Hamilton showing some pressure. Hinton gives it to Jeter, and East Hamilton all over it with the run blitz there.
Yeah, he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that.
Yeah, diving in to make the tackle there was Fowler.
Nice play right there. Good.
That was number 74, Jim, Big Kylan Fowler for East Hamilton.
He wrapped up really good. He wasn't going to get away from that for sure. So that brings up, what, 2nd and 10? 2nd and 9?
Yeah, they gave him a yard there as he was able to push forward, but first time we saw some penetration there from the East Hamilton defensive line. So 2nd and 9, ball resting on the 24 as Ooltewah looks to answer East Hamilton's early score here.
Yes, 6-0 with just over 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
So Rylan Hinton, play action pass, rolls to his right, looks, throws over the middle, and just out of the reach of a diving Griffin Patterson.
He almost made that catch. I think it might have been tipped just a smidge before he got to it, but nice throw, actually. Good defense by East Hamilton on that for sure.
Yeah, he threw it in some traffic, but I'll tell you, Hinton was able to thread the needle there, and Patterson got two hands on it, but could not quite reel it in. So here we go, a 3rd down. So far on this drive, Ooltewah 1 for 1 on 3rd down conversions. They'll try and do it again here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of leg the field goal kicker's got, so this may be 4-down territory, even with it being 3rd and long.
Sure, you're in that kind of zone on the field where there's not much to lose.
Right.
Giving the ball back at the 24, no problem. As Hinton out of the shotgun, Griffin to his left. Split eye. Hinton back to pass, looks. Has some time, now drops it off in the flat. And it is well read there by the East Hamilton defense. That was Cooper Parsons who caught it in the flat, but a swarm of East Hamilton Hurricanes were there.
That's going to bring up 4th and about 7. So I'm suspecting that they're going to go for it right here.
Yeah, it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field here, Jim.
Good pursuit by East Hamilton on that for sure.
Yeah, 3 or 4 defenders there to make sure nobody got loose there in the flat. So we'll see what Ooltewah can dial up here on a 4th and 7. Big play early in this one.
Yeah, Ronald Hinton, I'm impressed with him so far. He's got good mobility, can throw the football.
Hinton out of the shotgun, split eye again. Back to pass, looks. He's going to fire for the end zone, and it's bobbled and almost caught on the bobble by Griffin Patterson.
Yeah, that was very close to being a touch. It was close to being an interception and very, very close to being picked off. Probably best that they didn't pick it up because they're going to have better field position, being that was 4th down.
And Majors, I believe, was able to get his hand on that. It was a little underthrown. But on the deflection, it was almost caught. But a good stop there by East Hamilton.
Right. So now they've got the ball 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Let's see what they can do with a full field to go this time.
So 2nd drive here for the Hurricanes. They scored on just 2 plays as Wyatt Miller found Jermaine Heathington for 50 yards, and that one goes
Heathington again
to Heathington, and he'll get it out across the 25 to the 26.
Oh, actually, that was Jaden Hayward.
Yep, that's our running back that you mentioned in the pregame to keep an eye on.
The ones got mixed up there. I thought that was just 1, but it was 11.
Now we've got Isaiah Ivey split out to the near side here for East Hamilton.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27 with 6:15 to play here in the first quarter. It's a Mix 104 rivalry game here from Hamilton County. Miller in the shotgun, and he's going to give it up the middle. Hard-nosed run there by Jaden Haywood.
He's very, very close to that 1st down. Not sure if he quite got there or if he's going to be just short. Let's see where they mark that ball.
Spotted just inside the 31-yard line.
That brings up 3rd and 1.
Yep. Short yardage situation here for...
This has Haywood written all over it.
You would think. Although we've got 3 wide receivers spread out to the near side there, Jim.
We sure do.
The talented Wyatt Miller, senior quarterback, in the shotgun. Now here comes Heathington in motion. They're going to give it And that's a first down run there by Haywood.
Yeah.
And why not? Just feed the bell cow there.
Very powerful. You just rarely see one man bring him down. Usually it takes a couple guys.
So a good run there by Haywood will move the chains. 1st and 10, ball on the 40 for East Hamilton. We'll be calling his name quite a bit tonight.
You know, I'm very impressed with Heatherington, too. He doesn't get near the pub, but he's pretty solid.
And so far, Miller has had plenty of time back there. They'll give it right back to Haywood. Haywood going to bust out to the right side. Haywood breaks a tackle across near midfield. And that's going to be another gain, another first down, it looks like. Move the chains.
Once again, he probably gained another 3 or 4 yards after contact, and he falls forward just about every time. So very, very impressed with that guy.
Yeah, I'm real impressed with his vision too, Jim. He's got excellent vision, knows when to make that quick cut to the right or to the left to find the hole. So 1st and 10, 5 wide receiver set here, and looks like Ooltewah jumped into the neutral zone, and that will be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, brings up 1st and 5 now. Boy, they've got all the weapons they want with a 1st and 5. Open up the playbook on this, for sure.
Well, we saw on the first drive they opened up the playbook with a wide receiver pass on a reverse.
I'll tell you right now,
the first play.
This Kobe Maddox Rivers, the one that's over here far left, he's pretty solid too. Don't be surprised if they don't chuck it up for him.
So once again, they'll stay in that 5 empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set here with Wyatt Miller, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Miller looks, quick fire, and he gets it to, that's Haywood. Haywood catching the ball out of the backfield, and he's finally dragged down at the 40.
He's going to be right at the first down marker. I think they're going to give it to him, but he backtracked just a little bit, and they tackled him right there at the line of scrimmage. I think they got the first down now.
Jay Horn and Aiden Byram were in on the stop for Ooltewah, but yes, move the chains.
1st down and 10 at the 40, so once again, they're driving down the field.
And it's been the Jaden Haywood show so far on this drive for East Hamilton, and why not?
Absolutely.
Been positive plays from the start. This drive started on the 26 after the turnover on downs. Miller going to bark out some calls here, and now he's ready in the shotgun. Haywood to his right. Play action pass, Miller back to pass. And now he's going to roll out to his left, and he's pressured out of bounds. Good pursuit there by number 61 and 46 for Ooltewah. That is number 61, Cash Bennett, and number 46, Skylar Gray, made sure it wasn't a big gain.
Good job on the back end of covering those receivers. He really didn't have anybody to throw the ball to, so he tucked it, gained a couple yards.
And for the first time there, Jim, we saw the defensive line get some penetration in there that forced him out of the pocket.
Yeah, they did. Good job by Ooltewah's front.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 37. And now we're going to see in the backfield there, that's Jermaine Heathington. He caught the touchdown pass. And this is Heathington. And he makes a nice cut. Gets it up across the 35 to the 32.
He's a little smaller guy, doesn't run with the power, but he runs aggressively.
Yeah.
So I like that. He's not, like I said, he's not as big, but I like the enthusiasm, if you want to call it that, that he runs with.
I think that's an appropriate description of it, as we've got a 3rd and 2 here at the 32-yard line. 3 minutes to play.
6-0.
It's going by quick here so far.
It has gone by real quick.
A sustained drive here for East Hamilton. Wyatt Miller in the shotgun. Miller going to give it to Haywood. Haywood's got a lane. Haywood bursts through the hole before being brought down at about the 24, 23-yard line, and that was just so well blocked there, Jim. He didn't get touched for 5 yards.
That offensive line just pushed. They leaned on Ooltewah on that one. He wasn't touched until he probably 4 or 5 yards through that line. Great job by the offensive line right there.
So we'll move the sticks again. Another first down here for East Hamilton, and they are eating up a lot of this first quarter on this drive as they look to go up 2 scores.
Sitting there at the 23, and like I said, they've got just an array of athletes that they can utilize.
Miller and Haywood in the shotgun. And it's going to be a pass out to the right, and it's
well defended right there.
Yeah, well defended there by Ooltewah.
What, he gained 3 yards maybe? Yeah, that was listen, the goal there is for him to beat that man one-on-one.
Right.
And he didn't do that. A great one-on-one tackle right there by Ooltewah.
Yeah, that was Maddox with the catch. Looked like Byram was there to bring him down. Linebacker for Ooltewah. Or that might have been Keenan Asay, actually, number 13,
I think it probably
defensive back, who made a nice open field tackle. You're exactly right, Jim. That play's designed. You make one man miss, and you could take it to the house. Good open field tackle by Asay. So here we go, 2nd and 7 now. Miller will give it to Haywood. Haywood breaks a tackle, and he gets a few yards before being dragged down by Oliver Leah, the 5'10", 200-pound DB for Ooltewah, number 22 in there.
Somebody down. Looks like there's a little injury down on the field for East Hamilton.
Yeah, I can't quite make out the number right now. And while the training staff tends to the injured player, let's take a break here. With 1:20 to play in the first quarter, East Hamilton driving. They lead at 6-0 over Ooltewah. This is the Mixed TV Rivalry Game. We'll be right back.
So what did you name her? Sophia.
Okay, Sophia, this might hurt a little bit, but we'll do it together. Good job, Sophia.
Sophia, I'm here if you need me.
Make sure you hold the baby's head when you give the baby to the mother.
What did you name him?
You're watching MixedTV.tv, the rivalry games. First quarter coverage is presented by Cleveland Ford. Think Cleveland Ford first when shopping for your next vehicle. Go to clevelandford.com. Cleveland Ford, honest people, honest deals.
And welcome back to East Hamilton here as they tended to the injured player.
That might be Haywood.
And I believe that is number 11. That is
it is
Jaden Haywood. So hold your breath, East Hamilton fans. He is walking off on his own power with a little bit of a limp there after he took the ball there, and he's touched the ball on about 90% of the plays so far for East Hamilton, Jim.
I would think that Heathington's going to see a bulk of the action right now while Haywood's on the sideline getting tended to.
Well, Heathington is in the backfield with quarterback Wyatt Miller. It's 3rd and 2 here, ball on the 16, and they will give it to Heathington, and he explodes up through the lane for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8, and Jim, you described it perfectly. He runs with enthusiasm. I like that word.
He runs with enthusiasm. I'm not going to say he runs angry, but he doesn't tiptoe.
Right.
He gets the ball and he zips right there where the hole's supposed to be, and I like his aggressiveness. For a smaller guy, he runs really good. He's good, tough running back.
So 1st and goal here for East Hamilton. And Ooltewah might have jumped again.
They did.
The hard count got him. That's the 2nd offsides penalty for the Owls here on this drive.
It'll be half the distance to the goal. Probably put that ball down on about the 4-yard line now, or the 4.5, I guess.
So it looks like Tanner Smith, number 38, is going to check in for Ooltewah here in this short yardage situation.
You know, this is one of those, it wouldn't be surprising to see Wyatt Miller take it.
Yeah.
Just to take it himself. We'll see.
He's a mobile quarterback.
He is, and he can run. He can run.
Big double tight end set here for East Hamilton at the 4. They give it to Heathington, and he is powering his way to about the 2-yard line. So
that big offensive line, they're just shoving Ooltewah back right now. There's they're winning the line of scrimmage right now for sure.
That offensive line that's made up of Anthony Angelia, Legend Williams, Cannon Mills, Kylan Fowler, and Aiden Addison. Those are the big boys up front, and they're doing the work right now, Jim.
They are. A bunch of seniors and juniors out there, very senior-laden or experienced offensive linemen for sure.
That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's the Mixed TV Rivalry Game from East Hamilton High School. The Hurricanes leading at 6-0, and they're knocking on the door of making this a 2-possession game. Stay right with us. We'll be right back here on Mixed TV.
Make this the summer event going on now at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers with huge discounts. Take advantage of model year closeout savings all month long on a new Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. $20,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
To a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance. My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games. Second quarter coverage is presented by USS. Since 1994, we've helped more than 30,000 customers solve their foundation repair and waterproofing problems. Learn more online at USSTN.com.
And they give it to Heathington right as we come back, and he will run it in. There is a flag down on the play, and we've got an Ooltewah.
I think it's on East Hamilton.
Looks like it, as Jay Horn was clapping there for Ooltewah. So Heathington was untouched, but there was a reason he was untouched. Well, it looks like we got holding on East Hamilton, so that's going to really change the dynamic of this one. That'll push him outside of the 10-yard line here.
That's a tough one right there. I'm assuming that's where he went through the hole, was right there where the holding was called.
Usually it's a pretty good.
So that brings up second down and 11, really. I know they said 10 on the scoreboard, but it's more like 11.
So here we go. Let's see if Ooltewah can take advantage of the penalty, as it will be Wyatt Miller. He gives it to Heathington to the left side. Heathington breaks a tackle, cuts it upfield, and is going to be tackled just shy of the goal line inside the 1-yard line. Once again in the mix there was Jay Horn. He's everywhere.
I'm looking across the field. Jaden Haywood still looks like he's limping around over there. I'm not sure what's going on with him. It looks maybe like an ankle or a knee.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You're right, Jim. He's trying to walk it off, but he's walking gingerly right now for sure. As we get set for a big 3rd and goal here, you got to believe that it's
Heathington or Wyatt, one of those two. I believe that Wyatt Miller or Heathington's going to.
And they give it to Heathington, just lowers his shoulder. And
They're saying he fumbled the ball.
Did he fumble it?
Ooltewah's saying it, but I haven't seen a signal from the officials.
And I believe he stopped short.
Okay.
They're going to say he stopped short. It was Oliver Leah in there to make the stop for Ooltewah, number 22. And it's going to be 4th and goal here.
It's a big-time opportunity for Ooltewah. If they can keep them out of the end zone, that would be huge for them. And East Hamilton's going to call timeout and talk about it.
Yeah, Aaron Nance wants to call a timeout here, and offensive coordinator Adron Rebstock as they get set for a big 4th down. So credit Ooltewah, Jim.
Yeah, it's actually inside the 1. It's like on the half-yard line right there. But listen, I know you rarely see high school teams line up under center, but, man, this is when you would like to see that. But they just don't do it. So they're probably going to run their normal offense and just rely on that big offensive line to get that shove and push them back in the end zone so they can put the ball across the goal line.
Well, it appeared just as we were coming back from the quarter break that East Hamilton had a walk-in touchdown, but the holding penalty pushed them back. And then credit the Owls. They've been able to stand firm here and force a 4th and goal.
Yeah, it's 4th and goal. And here's the thing. I mean, obviously, East Hamilton wants to score. But if they don't, then you're going to make Ooltewah have to go 99 or 97-plus yards wherever the ball is, if they're tackled in the field of play.
Yeah, backed up against your own goal line.
To me, I don't run this thing wide. I run it right up the middle. I have confidence in my offensive line to just run this thing right through the tackle, right around the tackle and the guard right here.
So here we go, East Hamilton, 4th and goal. And Haywood is back in the game, And Haywood's going to take it from the shotgun, and he's going to fall forward, and I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it either.
They're going to say forward progress was stopped. Ooltewah holds.
What a goal line stand by the Owls. That is huge.
Jim Wyatt Miller wasn't even on the field during that play, I don't believe.
They did a direct snap, and he was not able to get in there. Very tentative. He didn't run with a lot of power towards the line of scrimmage when he got the ball, and credit Ooltewah's defensive line. They got penetration. They stopped him just short.
Now they are fired up on the Ooltewah sideline, and rightfully so. Big stop by the defense. Ellis Malden, Jay Horn.
The good news, they stopped him. The bad news, you got 99 yards to go. But you know what? Congratulations. What a great goal line stand that was by the Owls.
Yeah, credit the Owls there as Haywood came back in the game, got the direct snap, but he could not break the goal line. So let's see what Ooltewah can do here. Backed up, 99 to go. They got to be careful here. And taking the direct snap, and he is hit. And did he get out of the end zone? I believe he did.
I think he got. I don't think he gained any yardage, but he did not get tackled in the end zone. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 still. Man, that was a hit. He took a really big hit right there.
Yeah, he got popped. And Rylan Hinton is going to be feeling that one in the morning.
Boy, if they got a tight end here.
And now, busting it out to the outside. That was a direct snap to Griffin Patterson. He's got a little bit of breathing room there.
The reason I brought that up is because they don't have anyone deep. If you could get a tight end to sneak out in the middle like that, he would be wide open.
That's right.
But that was a good gain right there.
Making the play was Majors.
3rd and 5. This is a huge down right here for this Ooltewah offense. You don't want to be punting out of your own end zone.
So Jeter going to check in now to the running back, Rylan Hinton back there, as Ooltewah looking to pin him deep and get good field position on a punt. Time is winding out, and now Matt Moody will call a timeout. He wants to talk about this pretty big, pretty important 3rd and 5 right here, Jim.
Yep.
Just to be able to sustain the drive, flip the field a little bit for Ooltewah. Is there still just a one-possession game, 6-0?
Yeah, this is a huge drive right here. Well, it's a huge down. They need to get a first down just to get themselves, like you said, flip the field. Even if they don't take it all the way down and score, you don't want to punt it from here because, East Hamilton would have the ball midfield at the worst. So, yeah, this is a huge down right here. Not sure what all they got up their, up their sleeve, but I would pull out whatever I could to try to get this first down.
Like we said earlier, folks, it is an absolutely picture-perfect night for Friday night football in October in East Tennessee. Temperature is going to get down into the high 50s tonight, Jim.
Yep.
And right now, we've got a good one going. As Ooltewah is battling.
If they got any misdirection plays in here, but that might do something right here. But that's a dangerous thing because you're going to be doing it in the end zone.
So Rylan Hinton. And he's going to give it on a reverse. And it's well defended by East Hamilton, but he stays up on his feet momentarily before stumbling down at about the 9.
Yeah, he almost broke that, but not quite. So 4th down, yeah, it's off his punting situation right here.
And that was James Citizen there who almost broke it there, number 6 for Ooltewah. But credit East Hamilton, they get the stop. And as you mentioned, Jim, now they're going to get really good field position. As dropping back to receive the punt is Jermaine Heathington. You've also got to be aware of a punt block.
Yep, I don't see them. It doesn't look like they're lined up for punt block, but you never know. Although they got some people sneaking up there.
Patterson kicks it. He got hit as he got it away, but he did get it away. Ball's going to bounce and is downed at the 30. Yep.
They did go after it. They absolutely did go after it. A little surprising there because I thought they would just play it safe, but they were very aggressive on that. The punt wasn't exactly what you wanted, but he got out of the way. Ball at the 30-yard line. Let's see if Ooltewah can play a little defense here.
He did get it away down by Mason Mullis there, number 55 for the Owls. So here comes East Hamilton with another scoring opportunity after they were denied at about the half-inch line, at the 1-inch line there.
I'm curious if we're going to see Jaden Hayward out here. He did run that. Yeah, he came out there. He sure is. He didn't look 100% when he took that ball out when he got stuffed at the goal line.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a slight hesitation there that allowed Ooltewah to get that penetration. But he's back out there. Wyatt Miller now back to pass. Going to roll out to his left, looks, fires across the middle. That ball is complete. And making a move.
I think that's Kobe Maddox Rivers right there.
Tackle was made by Jay Horn. Good open field tackle for Ooltewah.
There were a couple options for Wyatt Miller to throw the ball to, but he made a safe pass right there.
Yeah, had the intermediate route there, the middle route. Maddox Rivers made the catch, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 18 for East Hamilton. Kobe Maddox Rivers, one of many dynamic offensive weapons for East Hamilton. Miller going to swing it out to Heathington. He's got a blocker. That's Kobe Maddox. Makes a cut, makes another cut, and is finally dragged down there by a host of Owls.
Man, I tell you what, he runs hard.
Jacob Biggs was in there.
He's got a few moves on him too. He was zigging and zagging, so he's fun to watch. I'll be honest with you, he's just a fun guy to watch.
It's going to be 2nd down, 2nd and short. Call it 2nd and 2 from the 10. Here with just about 7 and change to play in the first half. East Hamilton leading 6-0.
You know, I haven't seen Wyatt Miller pull the ball down and take it himself much tonight. Last week he did that quite a bit, though. He can run the football.
Miller asking for the play to come in again. He's got 4 seconds on the play clock, and I have to hurry, and he's going to give it to Haywood. Haywood makes a cut, makes another man miss, dives inside the 5 down to about the 2. That's going to be 1st and goal again now for East Hamilton as they look to punch it in this time.
I mean, we saw Ooltewah stuff him the last drive, but asking him to do it twice in a row, that's asking a lot right there.
Yeah, that's a big task to put out that pressure on your defense to do it again.
Nothing fancy, just run the football right here.
And he'll keep it. There it is. There's your boy there, Jim.
I've been waiting for it. They took him about a quarter and a half before they did that, but I knew he had it in him.
Wyatt Miller keeps it himself, runs it in for 6, and East Hamilton takes a 12-0 lead over the Owls here in the second quarter.
And it looks like they're going to do the swinging gate and probably kick the ball. They're not going to chase that point that they missed earlier. Just kick the extra point, get up 13-zip here.
So the short field pays off. 30-yard drive there for East Hamilton.
Or not.
And they're going to go for 2. And lowering his shoulder and ramming in is East Hamilton. Grayson Maddox on the keeper, and boy, he earned that one, Jim. Lowered his shoulder and falls into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
He took a hit, and he also delivered a hit. That was a very big hit there at the goal line, but he was able to get in the end zone, and they're at 14-zip. So that was a big-time drive there for East Hamilton after getting denied the drive prior.
All right, let's take a quick 30-second break here. East Hamilton leading 14-0. You're watching the Mixed Rivalry Game, driven by Mountain View Nissan.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect
You're watching Mixed TV
vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
You're watching MixedTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Visit cleveland-nissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Welcome back to our mixed rivalry game here from East Hamilton High School. The Hurricanes leading 14-0 after they capped off a 30-yard drive with a Wyatt Miller touchdown and then a 2-point conversion by Grayson Maddox. Now they'll kick it away to the Owls.
Good kick.
And fielded at the 10 is Ooltewah. That's number 12, and he's going to be dragged down by number 16 for East Hamilton. That was Jamal Blackman making the stop.
Yeah, Blackman, he is a strong young man. He just picked him up and threw him down. What a strong man that kid is.
So good kickoff coverage there by East Hamilton, and Ooltewah will start the drive at the 20 as they look to chip away at this two-possession game now. 14-0, East Hamilton leading it. They scored on the second play of the game as Wyatt Miller found Jermaine Heathington for a 51-yard touchdown pass. Then Ooltewah got a stop on the goal line, but had to punt the ball away in a short field, led to an East Hamilton touchdown by Wyatt Miller. So here we go. And they'll give the ball there to number 10, Jeter. He spins away from one tackler, but then he is swarmed, and not much there.
Yeah, he was hit, and he was by multiple guys on that East Hamilton defensive line. You know, they ran a couple plays right at the beginning of the game and had a lot of success, but East Hamilton's made some adjustments, and they're doing a great job defending right now.
I promised myself I wouldn't do it, but that was like a Category 5 hurricane right there, Chip. No? Well, let's keep that one in the bag next time. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 10. No gain there on that first run for the Owls. As Rylan Hinton, the quarterback, going to fire on the crossing pattern. Nice catch there made by number 11, Griffin Patterson, and he's going to fall forward for the first down.
And if you noticed on that play, the East Hamilton defender was trying to intercept that ball.
Yeah.
He got there a little too quick for him, and that's why he was able to catch it and, I guess, fall forward for the first down.
I've been impressed with this Griffin Patterson here, Jim. 6'1", 185 pounds. He's got good hands, made the catch in traffic there, and then powered forward for the first down. Hinton with it, and he'll keep it himself. And he reverses field. Now he cuts it back upfield, and he's going to get across the 40 for a first down.
Nice.
Great run there. It looked like he was pinned in as number 9 for East Hamilton, Caden Crochet. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's
Caden Talley.
Caden Talley.
Yeah.
Had him pinned in. It was a great job of kind of forcing him to redirect, but boy, did Hinton redirect in a big way.
Yeah, I'm real impressed with Hinton too. He's really shown me a lot. Smaller guy, you'd like your quarterback to be a little bigger than that, but he's got some wheels on him now, and he can throw the football.
Yeah, Hinton listed at just 5'9", 160 pounds, but he's a gamer.
Oh, no doubt.
Out of the shotgun,
and
they give it to Jeter. And Jeter's going to power his way across midfield, right at midfield, and that'll be a gain of about 7 or 8 there for Ooltewah.
Ooltewah did a good job of pushing East Hamilton's defensive line backwards right there. Good job by the O-line right there. Brings up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they're getting some push here, Jim, and with just about 4 minutes left in the half, this is a crucial drive for Ooltewah. Boy, if they could get points here,
that'd be
and then
huge.
they get the ball at the half.
That's right.
That could really change the dynamic of this game.
It's 14-0 in case you're just now tuning in. East Hamilton up.
Owls trying to answer. Here's Hinton from the shotgun. And nice tackle there made by number 40. That was a textbook tackle there by Wes Weldon.
And that was Tay Doyle, number 0.
So Tay Doyle got the carry there. He's kind of the bigger back, listed as a linebacker, looks like a linebacker, but
great tackle though, great tackle.
They use him in these offensive sets as well. So Hinton looks to the sideline. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2. They keep Doyle in there, the big package here, as they try and get the first down and keep this drive going. And we've got a false start.
I think it's a false start, yep.
That's a huge penalty right there, Jim Boy. 3rd and 2 goes to 3rd and 7.
Yeah,
and
that's tough. It changes your whole, what you can do now. The power game's gone. Now you got to do something else.
That's a third penalty on the Owls. They've been called for 2 offsides penalties on defense. That's the first offensive penalty for Ooltewah.
It's been a fairly clean game.
It has. Just had the holding call on East Hamilton at the goal line. That proved to be a very crucial penalty. It took 6 points off the board. So it's now, well, the scoreboard's not right. I believe it's 3rd and 7.
Yes, it is 3rd and 7.
Yeah, they need to get to about the 47-yard line here as Hinton gets pressured, scrambles away, now fires down the sideline, and he's got his man.
Nice play right
Once
there.
again, it's Griffin Patterson. Hinton was being chased by number 53, Andrew Little, but he couldn't quite get to him, and on the run, Hinton finds Patterson on the sideline, tiptoeing, making the catch.
Patterson's got some hands, and he knows exactly where he was on the field to stay in bounds right there.
So move the chains for the Owls, and here we go, folks. Good drive here for Ooltewah trying to answer. Hinton out of the shotgun. And he's going to give it to Doyle, and Doyle is hit right away, bounces off that tackle, and falls forward for a couple of yards.
I don't know how he did that. I thought he was going to be dropped for a couple-yard loss there, but he refused to go down.
Yeah, Kobe Maddox Rivers, I believe number 8, had the initial contact, and that would have been a loss. And somehow Doyle was able to fall forward to gain a yard.
Yeah, we're about a minute and a half to go here. So they need to get some urgency here to get down there.
Yeah, you're right. As we approach under 90 seconds here in the half, Ooltewah's got 2 timeouts remaining.
Hey, they're in no hurry, that's for sure.
No, they're not. So Hinton from the shotgun. He's going to roll out to his left. He better hurry. He's being chased, trying to get to the corner. Good pursuit there by the Hurricanes.
You got to love those tents on the sidelines, don't you?
Nothing our great camera operators could do there.
I mean, what do you do?
That's going to be 3rd and 10.
When did that become a thing, by the way?
Having the 10 on the sideline.
I mean, everyone does it now. Do they not realize you're blocking the view of some fans here and some broadcasters?
That's true. We're bobbing and weaving ourselves up here, folks.
We're about 40 seconds away from halftime. They need to get it going right here.
Now we got a timeout by East Hamilton now. They want to talk it over. That's going to be their second timeout of the half. With 39 seconds to play as East Hamilton leads at 14-0, but Jim, I'll tell you, I've been impressed with the fight. We knew this Ooltewah team was going to come out and fight. It's a rivalry game. They're well coached by Matt Moody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They will keep improving week after week, and this will be a better team at the end of the year than they have been so far, for sure.
I guess the only criticism I can make is I'm not crazy about the time management or clock management on this particular drive, but I guess their thinking is, if we can't do anything with it, we don't want to leave East Hamilton with too much time on the clock. So yeah, I understand a little bit, but I mean, this is an opportunity for them to maybe put some points on the board before halftime. And like you said, they get the ball coming out of the second half.
Well, we've seen the explosiveness of East Hamilton. They scored on a 51-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback Wyatt Miller to Jermaine Heathington, so they can score in a hurry. If you're Ooltewah, you don't want to give them, even if you don't score, you don't want to give them time to score.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ooltewah open it up a little bit here, maybe throw a pass down along the sidelines or something. I just think you got to get a little bit closer right now to where you can at least chuck it into the end zone right before the clock goes to triple zeros.
We'll see what they have dialed in here on 3rd and 10, ball at the 43, 39 seconds left in the half. Hinton back to pass. Now he's going to step up. Now he's going to launch it downfield. He's got a man who got turned the wrong way.
Yep.
It was Elijah Trejo.
Yeah, Elijah was looking for it over his right shoulder. It was on his left shoulder, so unfortunately he threw it to the wrong – well, I don't know if maybe the quarterback threw it to the wrong side or maybe he turned the wrong way. Either way, he was there. He was wide open. If he'd have had the wherewithals, he could have maybe made that catch, but it would have been a spectacular catch.
Yeah,
but you're right. So now it is 4th down with 33 seconds to go, so not as much time, but like I said yeah, that was tough.
East Hamilton here guarding against a fake with where the ball is, obviously on the East Hamilton 43. And now Ooltewah wants a timeout, so they'll have one remaining as well. They want to talk it over.
You know, they almost went for the punt block down there in the end zone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for another block right here. I think that they feel like they can maybe get some pressure on the punter right here, and maybe that's what everyone's talking about.
Well, there's not much to lose if you go after the punter unless you commit a penalty roughing the punter,
right,
and then that
15
changes.
yards,
Then that changes the dynamic. But if you can be disciplined and go after the punter here, even if you don't block it, it's more than likely going to be a touchback, or you're going to be pinned deep nonetheless. So we'll see what happens here with 33 seconds left.
I mean, special teams are so underrated in high school football.
Oh, they are.
How many games we see decided because of a kickoff return, punt return,
You're right.
or a punt block of some sort. So, yeah, special teams are so important in high school football.
So back to punt is Griffin Patterson. He does a little bit of everything. We've seen him make some great catches in the wide receiver spot, and also plays a little linebacker, and he's the punter.
He's a jack of all trades, is he not?
Patterson will get it. No pressure whatsoever. He's just going to pump it deep and going down to try and stop it, but it does roll into the end zone with 26.2 left. But I think the goal right there, Jim, was just punt it away, right? We're not worried about pinning them deep with only 26 seconds left. And keep in mind, just one timeout for East Hamilton.
And I'm curious what East Hamilton's going to do right here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them throw one really deep right there on first down.
Take a shot.
And then if not, then you can just do what you can, go to halftime with a 2-score lead.
Halftime coming up, the band getting ready. I believe it's homecoming to this weekend, or senior night at least. They were recognizing some of the East Hamilton seniors prior to kickoff.
Well, I'll explain here in a minute. We were a little late getting here for a reason that we had no control about. Not too bad, though.
Gotta love the traffic.
Yes, Chattanooga traffic.
So here we go. Wyatt Miller will lead the offense out, and Miller's not going to do much. He's going to be content to take a knee, and East Hamilton's going to be content to take a 14-0 lead into half. And I've got to be honest with you, I think Ooltewah and Matt Moody have got to be feeling pretty good about it being just a 2-score game here. The defense got a goal line stop, and when you let a 51-yard touchdown pass on the second play of the game and you go into half only down 2 scores, that's not bad.
Absolutely. And listen, Ooltewah's got to feel pretty darn good about themselves. They played East Hamilton really tough in that first half, for no question about that.
That'll take us to the end of the first half of play here from Larry Henry Stadium as East Hamilton leads 14-0 over Ooltewah. We'll be right back with the halftime show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Rivalry Game on Mix TV, driven by Mountain View Nissan.
Owning a home should be one of life's greatest pleasures, but without a solid foundation, it can become a major source of stress. Luckily, you're not alone. Our experts can identify the true cause of foundation issues and guide you through every step of the way to fixing them, from pinpointing the problem to perfecting the solution. We form custom solutions to meet the needs of your foundation and your wallet, including flexible payment options. With our team by your side, consider your home and your peace of mind secure.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today today and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
I'm Clark Campbell. I've lived here in Cleveland, Tennessee for 24 years, and I'm so proud that I get to shop for my business to get my truck right here in my town. I left my gas truck a couple years ago when I realized that this mid-sized truck with a diesel engine could pull my trailer with so much more efficiency, and they helped me find it. There are a lot of options when it comes to dealerships. This is going to be the first place I go to every single time.
You're watching the Rivalry Games on MixTV.tv, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. It's time now for tonight's halftime show, sponsored by District Attorney Stephen Hatchett.
The Mixed TV Rivalry Game. It's our halftime show as they just recognized the principals, and the Ooltewah principal got like he got a chant over here from the student section. So he's must be well liked.
It must be new.
There you go, right? At least we didn't hear any boos. We are set up in the Ooltewah fan section here, the visitor section here at East Hamilton High School, and they were cheering on the principals. It's National Principal Month, by the way, folks. So
there we go.
Hats off to our educators. My wife's an educator. I've got a.
So what they should have done, they should have had a ring
great
out there
work they do.
And do a little wrestling match out there, right?
Yeah, see who wins between the two principals. Well, here, folks, in just a minute, we'll get you set with the first half stats and get set for the second half kickoff. But right now, a beautiful part of the pageantry and the excitement of Friday Night Lights, of course, Jim, is the bands. They work so hard week after week practicing just like the football players do. So let's take a minute here to enjoy the Ooltewah Marching Band.
The new fiber network is going to place Cleveland, Tennessee at the forefront of technology. Cleveland is ready for this, and it's going to be a great future. My message to Cleveland, Tennessee is call Cleveland Utility Authority right now to get signed up for the new fiber broadband network that is coming to a neighborhood near you.
Every job has a schedule, and we're built to keep up. At Wholesale Supply, we power the pros who build, wire, plumb, heat, and light the Southeast. With the top brands in stock, expert support, and 30-plus locations, we keep your job moving and your customers happy. Family-owned, service-driven, built for builders, contractors, and our communities. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
So what did you name her?
Sophia. Okay, Sophia, this might hurt a little bit, but we'll do it together. All right. Good job, Sophia.
Sophia, I'm here if you need me.
Make sure you hold the baby's head when you give the baby to the mother.
What did you name him?
Make this the summary event going on now at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, even Wranglers with huge discounts. Take advantage of model year closeout savings all month long on a new Dodge Charger Daytona Scat Pack. $20,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
You're watching the Rivalry Games on MixTV.tv, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. It's time now for tonight's halftime show, sponsored by District Attorney Stephen Hatchett.
Drum Major, is the band ready? Thank you. You may take the field.
I'm gonna stand in line. Can I see your card?
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Right now you're wondering, what's next? Well, Lee University specializes in helping you find your next path. Your education, your calling, your faith. Wherever you feel led, we know you can make a difference. That's why your Lee family will be with you to guide the way. No matter what twists and turns lie ahead, you can expect something great from Lee University.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Owning a home should be one of life's greatest pleasures, but without a solid foundation, it can become a major source of stress. Luckily, you're not alone. Our experts can identify the true cause of foundation issues and guide you through every step of the way to fixing them, from pinpointing the problem to perfecting the solution. We form custom solutions to meet the needs of your foundation and your wallet, including flexible payment options. With our team by your side, consider your home and your peace of mind secure.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day one: medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply at Duracell.com.
So what did you name her?
Sophia.
Okay, Sophia, this might hurt a little bit, but we'll do it together. All right. Good job, Sophia.
Sophia, I'm here if you need me.
Make sure you hold the baby's head when you give the baby to the mother.
What did you name him?
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
To a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance. My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Make this the summer event going on now at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 200 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. Up to $20,000 off MSRP. Gladiators, 2,500 pickups, Wagoneers, and even Wranglers with huge discounts. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
You're watching MixTV.tv, the rivalry games driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Visit cleveland-nissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
It's the Mixed TV Rivalry Games, driven by Mountain View Nissan. Carmen Lastoria, pleased to be joined by Jim Gum as we get set to start the second half. Boy, we really enjoyed the bands out there performing at halftime. That was proudly brought to you by Lee University. Lee University, expect something great. Make sure to visit leeuniversity.edu for more information. Had to get that one in, Jim.
Oh, you got to. Listen, man. Hey, you know who writes your checks.
I got to, who writes the checks, man. You got to take care of who takes care of you. Jim, it was an exciting first half. Second play of the game, we saw Wyatt Miller bomb a 51-yard touchdown pass to Jermaine Heathington, and we thought, okay,
here we go.
The route is on.
Yep.
Not to be the case, though. Ooltewah, goal line stand on defense, also moved the ball a little bit near the end of the half on offense before they had to punt. It's a 14-0 game.
That's true, and let's see what kind of halftime adjustments each team's going to make here.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to see Ooltewah open it up just a little bit. They get the ball first coming out of halftime, and so I'm excited about this game, man. I really am. Ooltewah has played very, very well. Does not look like a winless football team. That's for sure.
Now, you're exactly right. The other touchdown for East Hamilton was on a short field. They went 30 yards, and the quarterback, Wyatt Miller, ran it in from 2 yards out. That's all the scoring we've had so far as we get set here for the second half kickoff. And Cuthbertson will kick it. And fielding it there
reverse
is Ooltewah. And he breaks a tackle, slips another one. He's off to the races.
Watch out.
Down the sideline, only the kicker to beat. And he's dragged down at the 43-yard line. What a return by James Citizen.
And a good play by the kicker, staying back there. He grabbed him by his jersey, just held on for dear life, and he got him down. And but great field position for this Ooltewah team. Listen to this crowd, man. They're going nuts here. Hey, the momentum maybe shifted just a smidge just now. We'll see.
James Citizen, the junior, 5'10", 165 pounds, electrifying the visiting crowd here with a big return, and it's 1st and 10 at the East Hamilton 44.
Yeah, nice return right there. A short field to go right off the bat.
So here we go. Rylan Hinton who I thought did a nice job of navigating this offense, Jim. Didn't turn the ball over.
All right.
Made some plays with his legs, made a couple of passes, although they didn't really look to pass the ball a whole lot in that first half. We'll see if that changes.
I'd like to see him open it up a little bit. I think they've got some weapons out there, but you got to give that quarterback time. That's the key. I don't know what's going on with the play clock. They haven't started it up yet. Oh, they're changing the ball.
Change the ball out. Get a load of big number 9, Caden Talley there for East Hamilton.
Yeah,
Boy,
he's a monster. He's a big kid. There's no question. All right, here we go.
They list him at the bandit position there, Jim. I like that. Here's Hinton out of the shotgun. He's going to give it to Jeter. Jeter looking for some running room, breaks a tackle and gets it out near the 40, so a solid first down gain of about 4.
Nice play right there.
And I think the key here, Jim, got to stay ahead of the change, right? Can't get
absolutely.
in 3rd and long situations.
Yep.
And they'll give them 3 yards, actually, on that play. They'll spot the ball at the 41. So 2nd and 7. Just underway here in the second half as Ooltewah tries to make this just a one-score game. Hinton will give it. No, he'll keep it, and he should have given it because he is dragged down for a loss, and that was our man number 9 who we just mentioned, Caden Talley, the bandit position.
Yeah, he was not fooled by that at all. He did not go with the running back. He went with the quarterback. He held on to it, and big sack right there. So now it brings up 3rd and 13.
So ball now back at the 47-yard line, and this is what we just talked about, Jim. You get in now 3rd and long situations after the big play by Talley with the sack. And we'll see what Ooltewah elects to do. So big kickoff return, set them up in great field position at their East Hamilton 44, but now a 3rd and 13 staring the Owls
I've been
in the
looking
face.
for Griffin Patterson right here.
Hinton, he's being chased, and Hinton spins away, and then he gets hit and threw the ball up.
I think he'd hit the white. I think his body had hit his foot had hit out of bounds before the ball. I think he's out of bounds.
And I think you're right. I think they have him. I think they spotted him at the 49. So that's going to be a sack. Boy, great pursuit there.
Yeah, he had no time to throw. They were on him big time. Now, we do have a man down for East Hamilton.
Unfortunately, Jim, I believe that's Caden Talley, and he is grabbing at a wrist or a hand. I don't want to speculate, but
he's getting up now, but you're right. He's dragging that shoulder too a little bit.
The Ooltewah student crowd is.
Yeah, they're fired up for something.
They're fired up over something. So
4th down and 13 to go. Obvious punting situation right here.
So they're going to look at Caden Talley. They're now looking at his ankle there, so hopefully he is okay. He just made a big-time play there on the 2nd down play as the defense got a big stop for East Hamilton. While they look at Talley, let's take a break. You're watching the mixed rivalry game driven by Mountain View Nissan. East Hamilton leading 14-0 at the start of the 3rd quarter.
I'm Clark Campbell. I've lived here in Cleveland, Tennessee for 24 years, and I'm so proud that I get to shop for my business to get my truck right here in my town. I left my gas truck a couple years ago when I realized that this mid-sized truck with a diesel engine could pull my trailer with so much more efficiency, and they helped me find it. There are a lot of options when it comes to dealerships. This is going to be the first place I go to every single time.
Here. And we're back. Patterson with the punt, and it's
looks like it's out at about the 37-yard line, or excuse me, 27-yard line.
27-yard line, yeah. And so that punt there by Patterson. Not a long punt. I think if you're Ooltewah there, you would have liked to pin him a little deeper from where you were on the field. So a big return coming out of the halftime break by Ooltewah, but unfortunately,
that sack was just huge.
Boy,
just
East
huge.
Hamilton flexed their muscles up front there, Jim. Caden Talley, who had to be helped off the field there. We hope he's okay. But then pursuit from about 3 or 4 different defenders there, really forcing Hinton to no man's land as he was forced out of bounds on that 3rd down play. And then they had to punt. So here we go. First possession of the second half for East Hamilton. And it's Wyatt Miller. Flanked to his right is Haywood. Haywood was banged up in the first half, but he's back out there. Haywood going to take the ball, run to his left. He's got some running room, makes a cut, and he's going to get it out across the 35, and that's going to be a nice 7-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, I mean, he ran a little bit better there, but he still doesn't look as good as he did in the first quarter. I still think he's probably maybe about 80, 85% right now.
Yeah,
but 80 to 85% for him is better than 100% for most guys.
That's an excellent point. As it'll be a 2nd and 3.
They're going to call offsides on Ooltewah right there.
I believe that's the 4th time, if I'm not mistaken, Jim, that the hard count has gotten Ooltewah to jump.
Yeah, I thought that's what, for a minute there, I thought they might call.
So that'll be a first down. And the ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line of East Hamilton, but
yeah, that hard count, man. Sometimes it just gets these young guys.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be aggressive, want to make a play. So Miller from the shotgun, Haywood to his right. Miller going to roll out to his right. Looking, he's got some time to step up. Now he's going to fire it downfield deep. He's got a man downfield just out of the reach.
I mean, he almost made a catch, and he was defended by 3 different guys there for Ooltewah, and he still almost caught that football.
Yeah,
that was a heck of a throw, just a smidge overthrown.
Keenan Asay was in there to break it up, but I'll tell you what, that ball was well thrown by Wyatt Miller, and Isaiah Ivey was the intended receiver, and he got his hands on it, but just couldn't quite haul it in. So big shot there on first down. I like the play call there on first down to take a shot.
I love it.
At this point in where you're at on the field. So 2nd and 10 now. Boy, Wyatt Miller, strong arm, really got a chance to step up and throw that one. Now he's going to flip it out to the side, and that's going to be Heathington. Heathington gets a block and gets it all the way down into Ooltewah territory. Going to be pushed out at the 47.
Well, the other wide receiver over there made a good block without holding.
Right.
Made a good block to spring him for that extra yardage to get that first down.
You know, I've really been impressed, Jim, with the way these East Hamilton wide receivers block downfield.
They do. You listen, if you're going to play wide receiver, you got to be able to catch, but you got to be able to block too.
You better block too if you want the ball.
They are doing a good job.
So that'll set up 1st and 10 at the 47. Miller, he'll give it to Haywood. Haywood right up the gut, and he'll get about 4 or 5. Yes, he just falls forward.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of reminds you a little bit of, you know, one of those big power backs, a Derrick Henry type of player. You know, I know he's not as big, obviously, as Derrick Henry, but the way he runs and falls forward. Eric Dickerson, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a guy that's got speed, he's got power, he's the whole package.
So 2nd and 6 after that 4-yard gain by Haywood on first down. And here's Kobe Maddox Rivers off to the near side. Wide receiver for us in motion is Grayson Maddox. Wyatt Miller, he's going to give it to Heathington, and he breaks a tackle, lowers his shoulder, and dives forward to the 35. Jermaine Heathington, boy, I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's more of a scat back type, but he runs with a lot of authority. He's not afraid to mix it up inside, and he's fearless.
Yeah.
He is fearless. Another first down run for him.
Well, he caught the 51-yard touchdown pass on the 2nd play of the game, and that gave East Hamilton a 6-0 lead. The other score came in the 2nd quarter on a Wyatt Miller quarterback keeper at the goal line.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the only time that Wyatt's pulled it down and run.
That is, I believe you're right.
I can't remember any others.
Low snap, he fields it, throws the timing off, but Heathington still made something out of it, even though he got tripped up. And now we've got a little extra.
That play was doomed to fail, and they made something positive out of it. I thought for sure that was going to be a big-time loss there. It was the snap was very, very low, and the penetration was there for Ooltewah.
Yeah.
But he just broke a tackle or two and made something out of nothing, really.
Yeah, Heathington able to get 3 yards out of it, and so it's 2nd and 7 now. Ball resting at the 32. 7.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And Wyatt Miller from the shotgun. He gives it to Heathington, breaks another tackle. Still on his feet, powering forward.
Man.
And finally
little
dragged down at the
extracurricular.
27, and it's getting a little chippy down there.
It is getting a little chippy down there. I'm glad to see the officials not throwing the flags.
Yeah.
They're warning them right now. They're probably saying, hey, one more, and we're going to throw a flag on you. They're talking to them right now. And that's how good officials do it. You don't want to be throwing flags left and right. Let the guys know, hey, I'll let you go with that one. Don't do it no more. So 3rd and 2? Yeah, 3rd and 2 right here.
Yeah, big play here. Let's see if the Ooltewah defense can force a 4th down. As East Hamilton tries the
hard count. It didn't
hard
work
count.
that time.
Didn't work that time. Ooltewah learning their lesson there. As Miller now looks over to the sideline to get the play call. Haywood is spread out to his left. And Haywood's going to get the rock, hesitates. Now he's going to bounce it outside, and he's got some running room. We've got a flag thrown, though. I think this one's coming back.
I think that's going to be a hold.
I think they got a hold out on the end there, and that's what it is.
And honestly, that hold probably helped Springing right there.
Yeah.
He was going to get the first down now. Don't get me wrong. But that hold really allowed him to get extra yardage right there. That's a big-time hold. So now that brings up 3rd and 12?
3rd and 12, you're exactly right. And, you know, we saw that on East Hamilton's second drive of the game, Jim. They had it 1st and goal. Looked like they had a touchdown. Holding call, and ended up getting stopped on 4th and goal at the goal line. So holding penalties have proved costly for East Hamilton. And
I mean, you think about it, it's still just a 2-score game right here.
It's a big play. Big play in this one. We'll see if the Ooltewah defense can buckle down.
So they called the hold downfield, so that's why it's 3rd and 8. Yeah.
Correct. 3rd and 8 at the 34 here. Wyatt Miller back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. And Miller still looking. Now he flips it, and nobody home.
Yeah, he just overthrew it. Okay, 4th down and 8. I'm assuming they're going to keep the offense on the field right here and go for it.
It looks like they're going to do just that. But I'll tell you what, the Ooltewah defense has really stepped up tonight.
They have, man. Listen.
This is a defense that has been gashed for a lot of points in their previous losses, but they've played with a lot of pride tonight, and they've got a chance here to shift momentum back a little bit if they can get East Hamilton off the field.
Yeah, this is a huge down for both teams.
So here we go. Big play in this one. 4th and 8 coming up. Wyatt Miller is going to be all alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers.
Watch for Heathington right here.
Miller back to pass. He's got pressure coming. Miller to his right. Flips it downfield. He's got Heathington. Catches it at the 10.
What a throw. What a throw that was. On the run. He was running for his life. Made an absolute perfect throw right there.
He was being pressured by Ellis Malden, but I'll tell you what, Wyatt Miller on the run threw a dart to Jermaine Heathington for the 1st down, 1st and goal at the 10.
Play of the game right there. That's the best play I've seen tonight, for sure.
No doubt about it, Jim, and we just talked about it. If you get a stop there for Ooltewah, it changes the whole dynamic of the game. Now East Hamilton a chance to really kind of put some space in between themselves and the Owls right here and make it a 3-score game. Miller is going to give it to Haywood. Haywood right up the gut. Haywood breaks a tackle inside the 5 all the way down to the 2. And now we're going to get a flag.
A dead ball flag right here. Let's see, they've been getting a little chippy here. I think they finally had enough of it. Let's see what they're going to call. Dead ball foul against one of these teams. Personal foul.
That's against the Hurricanes, and that's a big penalty.
Self-inflicted wounds right there. You can't do that. You've got to be in control of yourselves, your emotions. Listen, it's been getting chippy, and I know they've warned them. We've seen the officials talking to them, and they told them, one more, boys, and we're going to throw the flag. Yeah, if I'm the head coach, I'm a little upset right now.
Well, they got it on Wes Weldon, the tight end, and he got a nice little chat from head coach Aaron Nance. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So here we go. Miller, low snap, gets it to Haywood. Haywood bouncing it to the left, trying to get to the outside, and breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet to about the 5.
He should have been tackled at around the 15-yard line. He broke 2-3 tackles there, broke another tackle at the 10, and like you said, he got inside right around the 5-yard line. Just a tremendous play right there.
Yeah, just so hard to bring down. Like I said, the Derrick Henry comparison is just what it reminds me of, guys just bouncing off of him.
Yeah. Well, he can really cut. For a big guy like that, he can really cut.
Yeah, he's got great field vision, and so that's a big play right there. It gets it into a manageable 3rd and goal now for East Hamilton at the 5. Miller going to give it to who else?
Oh, man.
Haywood into the end zone. Touchdown, East Hamilton.
That was huge. Man, after that personal foul, and they still go down and score a touchdown, that was huge.
Jaden Haywood finds pay dirt, and it's now a 20-0 lead for the Hurricanes.
What a nice drive that was. What a nice drive that was. When they started at the 28-yard line?
Started at the 28 and then worked their way downfield.
Overcoming multiple problems with penalties and whatnot. So, yeah, just a...
And let's not forget that 4th down conversion on a beautiful pass on the run by Wyatt Miller to Jermaine Heathington. Here's the extra point. Cuthbertson kicks that one right through the uprights, and that'll make it a 21-0 score here from East Hamilton. The Hurricanes making the wind blow here tonight. I did it again, didn't I, Jim?
Oh, I'd love to hear your dad jokes.
Let's step aside for a quick 30-second break. It's the Mixed TV Rivalry Game, powered by Mountain View Nissan. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
Every job has a schedule, and we're built to keep up. At Wholesale Supply, we power the pros who build, wire, plumb, heat, and light the Southeast. With the top brands in stock, expert support, and 30-plus locations, we keep your job moving and your customers happy. Family-owned, service-driven, built for builders, contractors, and our communities. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
And we're back. Ooltewah with the kickoff return, and it's another great return up the gut to the 35. I'll tell you, James Citizen is doing some work on these kickoff returns for the Owls.
He does not hesitate, man. He gets it. He gets upfield quickly, and one of these he's going to break one at some point. We know that. That's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when.
So he once again will give the Owls some pretty good field position here, and they need it. They need to score quick.
They've got to do something, man,
in order to keep in this game. Now 21-0 East Hamilton after a very impressive drive. Really the play of the game might go down being that 4th down pass from Wyatt Miller on the run to Jermaine Heathington.
I mean, just absolutely a perfect, dropped a dime right there. It was great.
So here we go, Ooltewah back out on the field. And they'll give it to number 2. That's Caden Douglas as he tried to get to the right side, and he is tackled. Kobe Maddox Rivers, we've called his name a lot defensively.
Gain of 1 right there brings up a 2nd down and 9. Ooltewah has to do something on this drive to have any shot, in my opinion.
Number 8, Kobe Maddox Rivers, put him right up there with number 9, Caden Talley. Those are 2 big-time players on the defensive side of the ball for East Hamilton. So Hinton gets the play in. Douglas now in at running back for Ooltewah. And Hinton looking. Now he's going to take off, and he loses the ball. Ball on the ground.
I think Ooltewah fell back on it.
I think Ooltewah.
Very fortunate right there.
Got the right bounce as that ball squirted out, but they get back on it, and down on the ground is Hinton.
Yeah,
he's not getting up.
He took a big hit, man. He got hit right in the sternum.
We've got an East Hamilton player down as well. That was probably where the contact took place there. Both players down, Jim.
Yep. They're both down, and they're both writhing. It was a violent hit on both ends right there.
The training staff for both teams out there quickly. Want to salute, of course, our athletic trainers that do such a great job keeping our athletes safe out there. So they're going to take a look at both of those athletes. We certainly pray everything is okay. Hinton looks like he's popping back up pretty quick. It looks like the East Hamilton player is cramp issue there for him.
I think
so
you're right there.
That's a good sign.
Hinton took a pop right there. He's going to probably come to the sidelines for a few plays at the very least. I'm trying to think. Looks like Luke Wood may come in, number 1 for Ooltewah. He's second on the depth chart.
He's a sophomore. And it looks like he's getting ready, Jim. It looks like he's in the huddle there.
We'll see what kind of skill set he has.
They're still stretching out the East Hamilton player. Looks like James Anderson's going to bring him some water there.
You know, a lot of people take for granted that when it's not humid that you don't cramp up. You can cramp up. You can cramp up when it's snowing outside. I've seen it. It's not as common, but you can cramp up no matter what the temperature is like outside. If you're not hydrated, you've got an opportunity to cramp up if you're not fully hydrated, that's for sure.
That was number 9, Caden Talley. We've called his name a few times tonight. It was cramping up there. A star defensive player, senior for East Hamilton. So, 3rd and 11. And let's see. It looks like it's going to be Tay Doyle.
It is.
And that's going to be Doyle taking the snap. He's just going to heave it downfield for Patterson, and that ball is picked off. Intercepted by Jermaine Heathington, and Heathington's going to take it the other way, down the sidelines, and still on his feet all the way to the 15-yard line.
How about that?
So Jermaine Heathington does a little bit of everything, Jim.
He's probably leading right now for player of the game. I'm just saying. Although I think there's about 2 or 3 other guys on that East Hamilton team that could claim it. But I'm very impressed with Heathington on both sides of the ball. Offense, defense, he's doing it all for the Hurricanes right now.
I'm not sure what happened there. I just find it hard to believe that Tay Doyle is going to come in as a backup, not even listed as a quarterback, take the snap and then fire. Maybe it's an option to pass it deep.
I guess my thing is that he probably's got a strong arm. Obviously, we saw, and they probably thought they were going to catch East Hamilton. Not ready for that.
If you can get the one-on-one and take a
shot.
Up
there. Yeah, but man, what a tremendous interception and return for Heathington.
So here we go. East Hamilton a chance to make this a 4-score game and really put it out of reach. Bad snap, though. Going back to fall on it is Wyatt Miller. So how about that?
Yeah, just snap got by him, and he had no – listen, he did the smart thing by dropping on it. We've seen these guys. They can get a first down from anywhere on the field. We know that.
That's right.
So this second down at, 25?
Looks like that's what it's going to be. Kanan Mills is the center. I don't mean to single him out for a bad snap because this offensive line has been phenomenal.
It happens.
So I'd rather – that was a bad snap, but the offensive line – Angelia, Williams, Mills, Fowler, and Addison. Hats off to the East Ham offensive line. They have played fantastic tonight.
Sounds like a law firm, man.
It does. They are doing the work up front. As that will go to Haywood. Haywood bounces it outside, and he's going to break a tackle. And finally dragged out of bounds. But not before a gain of a couple. Looks like number 12, Aiden Byram, was there to force him out, along with some help from number 5, Jacob Biggs.
I mean, this is 4-down territory, so you can get maybe half of it back right here and then give yourself a reasonable opportunity to maybe kick a field goal or go for it on 4th down.
We don't have these stats available, Jim, but if you were to venture a guess, missed tackles, broken tackles tonight.
I mean, broken tackles, at least 15.
So many. It feels like every time Haywood or Heathington touch the ball, they're breaking a few tackles. Here's Miller rolling out to his left, looking, and now he's going to be sacked by number 7, Maddox Pierce of Ooltewah with the sack, and just a little too much hesitation there from Wyatt Miller.
Well, rolling out to your left, the only way you can complete that pass is to stop and kind of square your shoulders, and, he had no chance to do that without getting sacked right there. So tremendous job by that defensive line there to put the pressure on him. And now we've got an interesting situation, 4th and forever.
And they will punt this away.
Pooch punt it right here, try to pin them inside the 10.
So that will be it's like, excuse me.
Uh-oh, bad snap.
Bad snap again.
Cuthbertson
trying to get on it. Cuthbertson rolling out, but he's going to be dropped down by number 5, Jacob Biggs. And Ooltewah still got a little bit of life here.
That is a drive to forget by East Hamilton.
Yeah.
My goodness, you talk about going the wrong way on, 3 consecutive plays? No, 4 out of the last 5 plays or 3 out of the last 4 plays have been negative plays by East Hamilton.
Well, that's just going to drive head coach Aaron Nance crazy for East Hamilton, because you're exactly right. You had the golden opportunity there to put it away for a touchdown game. Now, it's still an uphill battle. Ooltewah has yet to score tonight, but they're still alive.
Yeah, we got 11 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, but man, the door is still slightly open for for Ooltewah right here.
Well, good sign, Jim. Rylan Hinton is back in after taking that big hit at quarterback, and he's going to give it to his running back, Jeter, who powers forward close to a first down. Good
about a yard short there.
Yeah, 9-yard run to end the 3rd quarter. So, Ooltewah hanging tough. East Hamilton did get a touchdown in the 3rd, but it's 21-0 with the Owls driving as they try and get on the scoreboard. It's the Mixed Rivalry Game of the Week, and we are proud to present it to you thanks to our partners. We are driven by Mountain View Nissan. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter. Don't go anywhere.
So what did you name her?
Sophia. Okay, Sophia, this might hurt a little bit, but we'll do it together. All right. Good job, Sophia.
Sophia, I'm here if you need me.
Make sure you hold the baby's head when you give the baby to the mother.
What did you name him?
21-0, they're going to give it to Big Tay Doyle, and he's going to lower his shoulder and get the first down there as he powers his way, still driving his feet.
They never did get him down, did they? That's a large human being right there.
Doyle threw that deep pass, too. We saw that he could throw the ball. I mean, he threw it.
A nice, tight spiral.
Yeah, he had 30-some yards, 30, 40 yards.
Just,
good play.
He did a great job to get back there and intercept it.
Yeah, played center field and got the pick. Here's Hinton rolling out to his right, looking. He's going to fire it downfield. Great catch.
Nice catch.
By James Citizen on the sideline. What a play.
Wow. That was a spectacular. I thought that was out of bounds. He went up, caught that ball, and kept his feet in.
How about that play by Citizen and a great throw by Hinton on the run, rolling out to his right. And Ooltewah's in business here. 1st and 10 at the 11. They can get the first down as they try and make things a little more interesting here in the 4th quarter. Hinton going to give it to Doyle. Doyle up the middle. He's got some room. Doyle dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Wow. He ran with some authority on that one, and he's a big old guy right there.
Well, that'll get this student section fired up. Doyle got up a little slow. I think he might have landed on his shoulder, and maybe limping a little bit too, but.
Oh, his calf. Maybe he had cramping up in his calf or something.
Maybe cramping a bit, but boy, what a nice effort there. Great drive by the Owls.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And we're going to get an extra point here as soon as they get their 11th man on the field. Left-footed kicker Matthew Fowler on to attempt the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, it's 21-7.
We got a game.
Okay.
We got a game. Hey, the key now, after they kick off, is to get East Hamilton a 3 and out. Maybe, if you can do that, get the ball back. If you can get a score with maybe, let's say, 5 minutes left, then you've got an opportunity.
Yeah. Well, regardless of what happens, I think you've got to tip your cap to Ooltewah. With the way this season has gone, it would be really easy for these guys to have already waved the white flag. But this is a rivalry game, and they came out to play.
We're only 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock for 2 more scores for sure. But it's important that they do something positive on defense right here. And listen, that last drive by East Hamilton showed that they're not infallible. You can do some things and get the ball back. But I know that they had a good talking to by the coach on the sidelines.
So we'll see if East Hamilton can respond. The fourth quarter was very unkind. I don't need to remind any East Hamilton fans about what happened last week against a very talented Walker Valley team, of course. But they let it get away in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
11:31 to play in this one. Here we go. Kicked off. Going to take a couple of hops. And here comes East Hamilton. It's Heathington. Heathington makes one man miss and then ran into his own guy there at the 29. But a pretty impressive return nonetheless.
I'm impressed with both teams, special teams, as far as the returners. They've run hard. They've run with authority.
Yes, James Citizen for Ooltewah has had some long kickoff returns in this second half, and then he made a really nice catch on the sideline there that set up that touchdown.
That was an awesome catch. I mean, one of the better catches I've seen this year for sure.
So here we go. Important drive for East Hamilton. At the very least, they need to choose some time off the clock as Wyatt Miller, the senior quarterback, will lead them out. Heathington in motion. They're going to give it to Haywood. Haywood up the gut, and he's brought down quickly there by number 22, Oliver Leah, and number 7, Maddox Pearson on the stop.
Gained him about 3 or 4 on that, so that's a positive first down right there. Brings up 2nd down and 6. We got 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. So a little life here in the student section for Ooltewah as East Hamilton will give it to Heathington. On the jet sweep, Heathington makes one man miss, powers forward across the 40. That's going to be a first down.
That's huge right there.
And you would imagine if they can continue to get those chunk runs, Jim, no need to throw the football right now.
Because every time you get a first down, that's just going to be another 2, maybe 2.5 minutes. You're going to chew off that clock. And, you know, the clock is the enemy of the Ooltewah as well as the East Hamilton team.
So once again, they're going to run this play clock, not being in too much of a hurry here. As Miller will give it to Haywood. Haywood with a big hole across midfield as he falls forward into Ooltewah territory for another first down run.
They gave him a good spot. He was down right at midfield. They gave him an extra yard for a first down. But, hey, you know what? That was a heck of a run.
He worked hard for it, though. He worked hard for it. So once again, East Hamilton really starting to move the line of scrimmage, Jim. Once again, we want to highlight that East Hamilton offensive line. They're doing some work out there tonight.
Haywood's running like an angry person.
And they're going to right back to Haywood. Little hesitation, trying to find a lane, but he is swarmed by most of the Ooltewah defense right there.
Yeah, he was a little bit too hesitant on that one, if you ask me. But still, he still gained a yard.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball resting at the 48.
The next snap will come with under 9 minutes to go.
If you're Ooltewah right now, you really got to try and start punching at the ball too, Jim, trying to force a turnover here to really get yourself back in this one. Miller from the shotgun. I believe that's Heathington back there now. Yes, it's Heathington. Heathington with a lane, bounces it outside, still on his feet. Going to try and get to the corner, and he does. Heathington at the 20. Cuts it back inside and dropped at the 15.
Wow.
A huge 33-yard run by Jermaine Heathington, who, if this score holds, I think we know who our player of the game is.
He's got to be around 100 yards by now on just running the football. We know about the interception he had and the touchdown pass, so he's done it all tonight for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Jim, his versatility. I mean, he has done a little bit of, or really a lot of everything.
And he really needed to, because I'm still convinced that Hayward's not quite 100% right now.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's okay, but I think he's a little banged up.
So that's Heathington once again in the backfield. They're going to give it right back to him. Why not? Heathington cuts it back inside, breaks a tackle inside the 10, and a solid gain of about 7 yards there.
Yeah, not only is he doing a great job of gashing, getting down, but they're chewing up that clock. It's going to be about 7:30 next time the ball snapped.
Well, this is a response drive in a big way from the Hurricanes after Ooltewah scored and made things interesting here. East Hamilton running the ball, hard-nosed football right down the field.
Yeah, they're doing a great job, that offensive line. Very impressive.
Take a guess who gets the ball here? Well, now we've got a flag.
No, timeout.
Or timeout, excuse me. So East Hamilton going to call their first timeout. 7:36 left in our mixed TV rivalry game powered by Mountain View Nissan.
Yeah, this drive, listen, after the debacle of the drive before where they kept losing yardage, I'm sure the coach told them, we're not ending the game like that. We're going to do something. And they have come out here on this drive and just run it right down the throat of Ooltewah. And Ooltewah, listen, I'm tipping my hat to these guys. They have played hard this entire game. They're just outmanned, man.
Right.
They just are outmanned.
Well, I think that's one of the things you come into the locker room. If the score holds, or if East Hamilton scores here and that becomes a 3-score game, I think if you're Ooltewah, you take some positives from this. You don't believe in moral victories, of course. You want to go out there and you want to win the football game. Of course, that's what you want to do. But they have played. They've played tough. They've played 48 minutes of solid football.
This is a top 10 team in the state.
Yeah.
And they've held them to 21 points with 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That's pretty impressive if you ask me.
So here we go, 2nd and 2, ball on the 7-yard line for East Hamilton. Miller in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Heathington. Heathington makes a quick cut and powering his way forward, gets it down to about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be
first down. I think it's 1st and goal.
I think you're right. First and goal now, and that's going to chew up a few more seconds off this clock.
The clock never started, by the way. It was at 7:36 when the snap was made, and now they're winding it. Oh, well.
Well, it's working against East Hamilton right now for the clock not to run, so we can't say it's home cooking.
Well, you still got a shot as long as they don't start that clock, right?
So here we go, 1st and goal at the 2. And are they going to let number 1 just finish this thing off right here?
Why wouldn't you?
And that's what they're going to do. Nice jump cut right there into the end zone. Jermaine Heathington, once again, 3rd touchdown of the game. And it's 27-7.
Absolutely. Just an impressive drive by that team. And more impressed with number 1. He's done everything tonight. He has done everything.
Well, he's got the hat trick, Jim, and how'd you like that jump cut right there? I mean, his mobility, his vision, and then his burst. You mentioned he's not a big guy, but boy, he hits you once he gets going.
I'm glad you saw. I saw it too. The jump. That was so nice.
It's like video game right there when you hit the B button to get the jump cut. So here's the point after attempt by Cuthbertson. Kick is up, and the kick is good. He's 2 for 3 on the point afters.
Nice catch by a little kid back there getting that field goal.
There you go.
Got that in the air.
Let him keep the ball.
There you go.
Souvenir.
28-7 now with just over 7 minutes left in the game. It's not impossible, but boy, it's much harder now. Much harder now.
Well, that was the drive right there. If you're East Hamilton and you're head coach Aaron Nance and you say, okay, boys, if we're really a top 10 team in the state, this is the moment when we go down there, we run the football. They know we're going to run the football, and we do it anyway.
We impose our will, and I think that's what that offensive line, they leaned on them all that drive. And, man, I'm so impressed with Heathington. Listen, we know Hayward's the more polished, the bigger prospect. But I'm telling you, I think that kid's got a future at a small college. I do. I think he's got that ability.
Well, he's been impressive to watch here tonight, certainly. He's done it on both sides of the football, as we mentioned. So that makes it 28-7. And how about that offensive line by East Hamilton? They were moving some people. And then when you have running backs like Haywood and Heathington that have great vision on top of that, it makes it very difficult to defend.
I'm gonna refer to him as the law firm. I'm going to refer to him as the law firm the rest of this game.
The law firm. There you go, the offensive line. They're doing the dirty work. And here's the kickoff. Watch out now. They're going to kick it away wisely. They kick it away from Citizen, who had couple of big returns. And they've got that one pinned in there at the 20-yard line. And that was number 12, I believe. 13, actually. That was right. Keenan Asay on that return. So here we go, Ooltewah with the ball after their first scoring drive of the ball game. But once again, they find themselves down 21 points and time getting away here with 6:57 to play.
Right. And, of course, East Hamilton, they don't want to give up another score. They want to keep them down at 7. So they're going to keep their starters in there right now to try to finish the deed, if you will.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like most of the first-team ones are out there for the East Hamilton defense, as you would expect.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Griffin Patterson right here get a ball thrown to him. Nope, they're gonna run it.
They're gonna run it, and right there is big 53 to make the stop for East Hamilton. That is Andrew Little, the senior.
That was Gabe Williams with the run right there.
So 2nd and 9 now.
About 6.5 minutes to go in the football game.
Hinton, the quarterback, took a big shot there a couple of drives ago, but he's back out there. They're going to give it to the big man now. That's Tay Doyle, and he falls forward for a pretty good gain as he had a big collision there with Little.
So that brings, 3rd and 4?
Number 53, Andrew Little, once again on the stop. But he is not little.
No, he's not. That's a pretty good-sized defensive line.
That's a good-sized defensive line. You're exactly right, Jim. Also, Lucas Tyree, big kid out there, number 3.
And they've got some pretty good speed out there as well. They can do it all.
So 3rd and 4, Hinton trying to keep the drive going, rolling out to his right, looking. He's got a man open. He finds him. That's Citizen. And he fights forward for some yards, still on his feet, still fighting up to the 42. And I'll tell you, James Citizen has had a nice game between his kickoff returns and a couple of big catches here.
He has, and that was a good throw by Hinton as well. Nice throw. He kind of had to throw it back against his body a little bit, but he made an accurate throw. 1st down for Ooltewah.
If I'm reading this correctly, Jim, Hinton is just a freshman.
For a freshman, how about that?
And James Citizen is a junior, so he would be back next year as well. So that's something to build on. They're going to give the ball now to number 10. Great run. That's a 10-yard run for a 1st down by Jeter.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Jeter too. He's done some good things. Look, there's some skill on this Ooltewah team.
Yeah,
they're young. They need a little bit more beef on the offensive line, I think, to help, and a few more weapons. But I tell you, the future's going to be just fine at Ooltewah with Moody. He's going to get it. He's going to get it done there.
And if he keeps developing Hinton, just a freshman, you don't see many freshmen play right off the bat like Hinton has had to. So he's really had to learn as he goes.
Yeah.
And that's going to serve him well in the years to come. Here's Hinton, and he will hand it off to Caden Douglas, and Douglas is going to power forward, still on his feet, up past the 40 to the 39.
Hey, these guys are not quitting. They're hitting. They're hitting it. I mean, they're blocking. They're doing everything right. They're probably going to come up short in this football game, but this is shows a lot of character for sure.
Yeah, Jaden Ward there, Caleb Henson on the offensive line, moving some people around. Jackson Owen. And here's Hinton. He's going to throw it out, and that is well defended there by number 7. Grayson Maddox was not fooled. We've called his name quite a bit.
He's a good guy. He a sure tackler for sure. We got about 3:50 to go in the football game. Both teams are still playing really hard.
Grayson Maddox, a two-way player, Jim. We've called his name a few times on offense as well. Plays first-string defense, second-team offense, but he made a nice play there on the tackle of Griffin Patterson. And a hard run there. Still on his feet, still fighting forward.
Look at that.
Dragging defenders to the 20-yard line. And that was number 2, Caden Douglas.
Yeah, Caden Douglas, man, he refused to go down. He must have gained 15 yards after contact.
He's a senior, and he's playing hard here in this final matchup he's got against East Hamilton.
They're going up with tempo right now.
Timeout East Hamilton.
Yeah, Ooltewah started going with tempo right there, and East Hamilton was not set, so they called a timeout.
Well, you know Caden Douglas as a senior, you love to find the end zone here in his last rivalry game against East Hamilton.
And East Hamilton does not want to allow them to score. So this is they're going to impose their will. Both teams are going to impose their will against each other here. To see if I'd kind of like to see Ooltewah be able to put another scoreboard on the on there, but we'll see.
Fans, stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Best One Tire. We'll have the Hardy's highlights, the Good Hands catch of the game. I got a feeling what that one might be.
Yeah, that will. Yeah,
that's brought to you by George Gray, and we'll have the star of the game. I got a feeling who that might be. Brought to you by Mayfield Dairy. That's all coming up on our post-game show right after this one.
Yeah, you're teasing, but I think most people kind of know. But I'm telling you, this has been a good football game.
It has.
Really has. I came into this game thinking it was going to be one-sided all the way, and it just hadn't been. Ooltewah does not look like a team that hasn't won a football game.
No, they have played well tonight. They've just been overmatched at times, and East Hamilton has answered when they've needed to with long drives. Here's Hinton, back to pass, looking. He's going to throw for the end zone. Jump ball, going up, making the catch, but pushed out of bounds was number 11, Griffin Patterson. Oh, that was close.
And I'll tell you what, he went up there. The defender pushed him after he caught the ball, and his feet hit out of bounds. That's actually a pretty good play by the defender because he was beat. He couldn't out jump him. So as soon as he caught the ball, he pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was number 28 for East Hamilton. As you can see on the replay, Bradley Majors. But boy, he was awfully close. Griffin Patterson of getting his foot in bounds there.
Yep.
So nonetheless, it's incomplete, 2nd and 10. And I've been impressed with Patterson as well. He's shown some sure hands, big, strong wide receiver. And they're going to give the ball to Citizen on the reverse. Jet sweep. Citizen is brought down. That was read well by East Hamilton, and it looks like Nichols made the play there for East Hamilton.
Boy, there's still some leather being popped out there, man. I'm telling you.
They're hitting.
They are. You can tell this is a rivalry, can't you?
Well, you can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, that's true.
So here we go, 3rd and 6 now after a couple yards on that jet sweep. Hinton rolling to his right, looking. He's going to fire it to the back of the end zone. He's got his man. Griffin Patterson hauls it in for the touchdown.
Man, that was a beautiful catch by Patterson. Nice all the way around. Good throw, better catch.
A fantastic grab in the back of the end zone. Hinton finds him for 15 yards in the score. And it's back to a 2-score game with 2:33 to play. Well, that was an impressive drive by the Owls.
It sure was. Listen, they still got 3 timeouts left. I'm just saying.
Matthew Fowler, left-footed kicker, will come on to attempt the point after. And he puts it through. He's got a nice strong leg on him.
Dead center right there.
28-14 is our score.
Hey, listen.
Stranger things have happened.
I've seen stranger things happen. Man, I'm telling you, that was a beautiful catch right there. I mean, he was running full tilt, caught the ball, stayed in bounds, and man. 28-14. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you onside kick it, or you got 3 timeouts, or would you kick it deep, try to get him, do a 3 and out?
Well, I think that's what they're discussing. I would onside kick it just for the simple fact that
you're down 2.
You're down 2 scores, and your defense, although they've had a valiant effort, they show no signs of stopping the East Hamilton running game on that previous drive. So I think you've got to try and steal a possession.
That's what I would do too.
And
that's what I was going to say. I would do the onside kick. I know some people say, hey, you got 3 timeouts, kick it deep, play good defense.
Right.
You're still down 2 scores.
You're still down,
You've got to steal a possession, and this is where you – and it looks like he's going to line up for an onside kick right here.
So here we go. Matthew Fowler, he's a left footer. And he's going to lay it down on the tee and try and get that ball to bounce all over the place here for the onside kick.
Didn't go 10 yards. Nope.
It's got to go 10 yards. Yep.
Illegal touching. They didn't throw a flag, but it did not go 10 yards.
Right.
It only went about 7 or 8.
So East Hamilton
just takes over right there.
East Hamilton will have the ball there, and now it becomes a very uphill battle. You mentioned they have the 3 timeouts, but you've got to stop this vaunted running attack of East Hamilton.
I got to say something. When did they start doing this twirly bird stuff? When they kick the ball, get the high bounce, and I just think that's a better opportunity to get the onside kick doing it like that, doing the traditional way.
Well, if you can get the high bounce,
that's the
because
key.
It's got to go 10 yards,
it's go 10
you've got to get it there, right. So here we go. East Hamilton just needs a couple of first downs to end this one, and they will get almost all of the first down there on a nice run by guess who, Jermaine Heathington.
Yep.
And he's done the heavy lifting tonight for the Hurricanes.
He has done a marvelous job, man. I'll tell you what, it's good to have multiple weapons when maybe your number one guy is a little bit banged up tonight.
Right, and that's certainly been the case.
And Heathington has just seamless transition to him. He has been the workhorse for this team tonight. We're at the 2-minute mark here with East Hamilton up by 2 scores.
And unfortunately for Matt Moody there, you don't want to use the timeout yet because it's second and short now, right? So you really need to use it. We'll have to use it after this play, but you really need to use it on a shorter gain there. And Heathington going to pound his way up the middle. And that might have been a little bit of a flop there.
You think?
By the Ooltewah. I'll give him credit. I'm going to give an Academy Award to Skylar Gray right there as he tried to steal one.
Like, what are we doing here? Is this a soccer match?
That's what it looked like. Now it is 3rd and 1, Jim. They only gave up 2 yards on that run, so the timeout called by Ooltewah with 1:36 left.
Yeah.
But they've got to make a stop here on these next 2 plays.
Yeah, a first down here about ends it. Yeah, I mean, technically no, but realistically yes.
So another great rivalry game here. Proud to bring it to you on Mix TV. Thanks so much to our crew. An outstanding job.
We got the best. There's no question about that.
There's no high school coverage like Mix 104.1. And hats off to our outstanding crew.
So 3rd down and 1. I'm giving this Heathington. I mean, he's earned it.
I think
he has earned it.
You better believe it. That's whose number I'm calling.
Either that, or I'm going to let Wyatt Miller maybe just take it for a yard here.
1:36 left. Ooltewah's got to have a stop here. They tried the hard count to get it the easy way.
And I'm sure the coach told him that's what they were going to do.
Miller gives it to Heathington up the middle. He's got the first down across the 35, and that
just about does it.
Should just about do it here from Larry Henry Stadium. It was the running attack of East Hamilton that really was the difference here in the 4th quarter as Ooltewah made a valiant comeback.
Oh, they did.
Scoring on their last couple of offensive possessions.
I mean, think about it. It was 14-0 at halftime. They've played them even in the second half.
Played them even, absolutely. Yeah. So 2 timeouts left for Ooltewah, but Matt Moody unfortunately can't put more time on the clock, and that's going to be the only thing that would save him.
Yeah.
So Miller going to run it down here. He'll give it to Heathington, makes another nice jump cut, and he'll get a couple of yards, close to the 30.
Don't do anything dumb, guys. Don't get yourself suspended for the next game.
Right. Got to keep your heads cool here. Yeah. It's been a well-played game.
It has. It's been very good.
Not a lot of flags.
Usually in these rivalry games, things happen.
It gets a little chippy at the end.
We saw an unsportsmanlike down here earlier against East Hamilton. I'm sure that the coach talked to him about that.
Sure.
But listen, you don't want to get yourself, ejected, and then you miss next week as well.
Right. Well, it's been a well-played game on both sides.
I'm very impressed with Ooltewah. Very impressed with him. I expected a little bit more of a bigger gap as far as the scoring. Hey, they're only down 14 points to the number 7 team in the entire state.
Yeah.
So
something to build on, and then you also give a lot of credit to this East Hamilton team.
Oh yeah.
Who were able to, they came in and they got a good fight out of this Ooltewah team, but they made the plays when they had to. They were able to put together long touchdown scoring drives here in the second half that made the difference.
And that devastating loss last week, that was still kind of a little bit of a hangover.
Miller will give it to Heathington. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Breaks a couple of tackles, and Heathington is going to take it into the end zone for one more score. That's his 4th touchdown of the night.
Wow. Player, he may be the area player of the week tonight. I mean, he has been absolutely dynamite. So impressed with him.
And once again, broke several more tackles on that run. Jermaine Heathington.
I mean, honestly, the smart play would have been to go down and take a knee, but you got to score the points when you can, man. You can't, you never know. You may never have a game like this again in your life.
Well, 4 touchdowns for Heathington, 1 through the air, 3 on the ground, including a long interception return as well, as Cuthbertson will kick the extra point. And it's 35-14 with 42 seconds left.
You know, this score really doesn't indicate how competitive this game was. It really isn't. I mean, this Ooltewah team, they're outmanned. They're just a little thinner when it comes to depth, and it showed here. But man, my hat's off to the coaching staff getting this team ready to play. But East Hamilton also, just an unbelievably heart-wrenching loss last week. And they were a little sluggish at times, but man, they've got some weapons. They've got a lot of weapons.
Well, and when they had to, they made the plays. And I think that's the key thing, too, is especially in these rivalry games, they're always going to be played. Normally, they're going to be played a little closer than they probably should be on paper. That's what we saw here tonight. But East Hamilton, when they had to, with one of their star players, Jaden Haywood, down for most of the second half. We haven't seen much from number 11. But, boy, Jermaine Heathington stepped up in a big way.
Well, it's nice to have depth like that and like they've got. And, he would be the star of all stars on most high school football teams. But he plays, second fiddle to Haywood. But, man, he stepped it up tonight.
So, final few seconds left in this one on our mixed TV game of the week. And that's going to be picked up by Citizen. He's had some couple of nice returns here. Let's see if he can get one more. And he does get a nice gain. Falls forward up to about the 36-yard line with 35 seconds left.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of fight in this Ooltewah team. They are fighting to the end, man. You got to love that. There's a few new guys on the field for East Hamilton now. Some guys getting a little action in here. So good for them to
final few plays.
Put some backups in.
These kids work hard all week in practice.
They deserve it, man.
Get their shot up there. They still got the big boys up front, though.
I think there's a false starter. Well, no, it might have been that was thrown by the back judge here.
A legal substitution, I believe I heard.
That's what it was. Okay.
And a legal substitution there at the very end. So it'll be 1st and 5. Although at this point, that's a bit of a moot point.
Yeah, I mean, they could take a knee, but they want to get some
play out.
They want to play a little bit too.
And they'll give the ball there on a draw. A couple of broken tackles there by number 3, Gabe Williams. He's a senior.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where you're worried about it getting a little chippy when the game's already over here and you're just running the last couple of plays.
That was probably the last play of the game right there because the clock is under 12. Yeah.
We'll see if they decide to snap it one more time.
I think they are, actually.
They will. They'll give it back to Williams. And he gets past the initial defender, but he's dragged down there for a loss. And that will do it. Your final score here tonight, East Hamilton 35, Ooltewah 14. The Hurricanes with an impressive bounce-back win. They moved to 7-1 on the year after that loss to Walker Valley last week in the final minutes. But for an Ooltewah team that's still searching for that first win, Jim,
they are.
This was a valiant effort and really a little bit closer than the final score indicates.
It really was. Ooltewah played their hearts out, and listen, they did not give up. They have some players on this team. I'll promise you. Ooltewah is going to be a tough team in 2026. They're taking their lumps this year, but next year this is going to be a much more seasoned team, much more difficult team to play. There's no question about that.
And East Hamilton gets the bounce-back victory, and it was a great performance by Jermaine Heathington with 4 touchdowns. We'll tell you all about it coming up on the postgame show. The Best One Tire postgame show is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's the Mixed TV Rivalry Game of the Week, powered by Mountain View Nissan. We'll be right back to wrap things up from East Hamilton.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
You're watching the Best One Tire postgame show on MixedTV.tv. Visit Best One Tire on Rossville Boulevard or shop online at bestonetire.com.
And welcome back to East Hamilton High School. This is the Best One Tire post-game show. Let's take a look at the highlights tonight, Jim. And here, right off the bat, second play of the game. What a ball from Wyatt Miller to Jermaine Heathington, the first of 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, we didn't know he was going to have that type of game after that first touchdown, but man, turned it on right there. There's the quarterback scoring right there.
That made it 14-0. That's where we were at the half, but then Ooltewah got going there. As we mentioned, Griffin Patterson had a couple of nice plays. And how about James Citizen, Jim? Boy, he had some big-time kickoff returns.
He did. Look at that. He's got some moves right there. And what a play by the kicker right there. Forgot all about that.
Saved the touchdown there on that play. And then East Hamilton answering back, and this time it was Haywood taking it into the end zone for the touchdown. But then, getting on the board, Tay Doyle ran it in, Ooltewah's first score of the game. That made it 21-7, and when they needed to answer, though, they gave it back to Jermaine Heathington, and Heathington takes this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was almost unstoppable, and then he'll take this one. Look at that jump cut,
Jim.
Yeah,
that was a great play right there. Good job by that offensive line all night.
And how about this pass by Rylan Hinton into the back of the end zone, and Patterson with the beautiful catch. That's an NFL touchdown right there, Jim.
He did. He got both feet down.
Both feet down. But here was a big play right here. Jermaine Heathington, it was a 2-score game at the time, Jim, and he answered with a long touchdown run to cap off the hat trick. 2 touchdowns on the ground, 1 touchdown through the air. He also had an interception. Exactly. So I think it's only fitting that you would give the star of the game there would go to, well, we'll wait on that. Let's go to the good hands catch of the game by George Gray. How about we do that first?
Oh, absolutely, and I think we know what that's going to be. This was a tremendous catch. Oh, is this the interception?
This is the interception right here. Jermaine Heathington over the shoulder.
He's got some hands, doesn't he?
Doing a little bit of everything. Good hands catch of the game, and then he takes it all the way back inside the 20-yard line down to the 15. That is your George Gray good hands catch of the game by Jermaine Heathington. And now it's time for our Mayfield Dairy star of the game. Jim, who could that be?
Heathington. No, he just had tremendous game, running, catching, defense. He just did it all. I mean, the only thing he didn't do was kick off.
That's right.
I mean, let's be honest. He did everything you could ever ask for. And listen, he usually plays second fiddle on this team. It goes to show you that's why this team is a threat to win the state. They've got the players. If they can just stay healthy and not do dumb things, they can play with anybody at this level.
Jermaine Heathington is your Mayfield star of the game. Once again, your scoring play. Second play of the game. It was a 51-yard touchdown pass from Wyatt Miller to Jermaine Heathington. That made it 7-0. Then in the second quarter, Wyatt Miller called his own number. Quarterback keeper made it 14-0 at the half. Coming out of the half, it was East Hamilton extending it to a 21-0 lead on a touchdown run by Haywood. And then we didn't see him the rest of the game, but they didn't need him the rest of the game after he got banged up. Ooltewah down 21-0. They came firing back, though, as it was powering into the end zone. Tay Doyle, it was set up by a nice sideline catch by Griffin Patterson. That made it 21-7. Jim, when East Hamilton needed to answer, 21-7, long touchdown drive capped off by the second of 3 touchdown runs by Jermaine Heathington.
Right, and let's not forget about that fourth down that they connected with down there as well. Just an overall great play all the way around by East Hamilton. Listen, they had a little adversity when Haywood wasn't playing well, and they stepped it up. Let's be honest with you. I mean, Heathington, he just was the guy that came to the rescue when they needed him. They needed to have him. He stepped it up, and man, what a performance by this young man.
It was 28-7, and then in the fourth quarter, Rylan Hinton found Griffin Patterson to make it a 28-14 game as Ooltewah stayed in it, Jim. But then once again, it was Heathington who got the touchdown that extended the lead to 35-14.
I hope some college scouts were here or able to see this on tape. I'm telling you, this kid, I'd recruit him. I'd recruit him.
No doubt about it.
You know, I think he's capable of helping a football team out because he can play defense, he can play offense. We know that, and I'll bet you money he'd probably be pretty good on special teams as well.
No doubt about it.
There's no doubt. You got a guy like that with that versatility. Yeah, I want him on my team.
He was fun to watch for sure. It was a great game, great atmosphere here at East Hamilton for our Mixed TV Rivalry Game of the Week. Where will we be next? Here in a couple weeks. How about this one, folks? Coming up, our next broadcast, the Mixed TV Rivalry Game, will be at McMinn. It'll be Ray County against McMinn County. You want to talk about two teams that love to run the football and play physical. That's going to be a great game on October 24th.
Yeah, those two teams, tough guys on both sides. They like to play physical football. You'll hear some pads popping in that game. I'll promise you that.
No doubt about it. Should be a good one. Make sure to join us then for the Mixed TV Rivalry Game of the Week, powered by Mountain View Nissan. Once again, your final score here from East Hamilton. The Hurricanes 35, Ooltewah 14. For all of our fantastic crew here at Mix 104.1, we want to say for Jim Gum, I'm Carmen Lastoria. Thanks so much for watching this rivalry game. We hope to see you in a couple of weeks from McMinn County. Until then, have a good night, everybody.